All right, let's get it. So that was a major announcement. There were two major announcements actually. Joshua versus Jake Paul, and that Usyk vacated his WBO title, which I don't really want to talk about here too much because that's what the next episode of the relay is about, which I'm going to upload after this. But I kind of already touched on the Usyk stuff in the previous live that, even though he said that he would fight for another 5 fights, I didn't really believe that at his age to just toggle through mandatories, different mandatories that he has. Like, that's not really realistic. And the other thing is the financials that, that Turkey Al Sheikh isn't going to pay for every fight that he has. So if it's not going to be for the kind of money that you got for AJ and that you got for Fury, and that you got for Daniel, which was a really big fight too, but that was more or less paid for by Turkey also. It's just hard to imagine that he sticks around. Adele, what it do? Lalo, what it do? Don, what it do? So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Really don't know. That's a fluid situation, which I'm going to talk about in the next episode of the relay that I will upload after this. Uh, Bloom, what it do? Mr. G, what it do? And I imagine that the undercard for Joshua versus Jake is going to be the same undercard that they had probably for the Javante fight because, yeah, they don't got a lot of time to be finding other people to put on it. Now they just going to move it, transfer all of that to December. Common sense. And I'm hoping that Andy and Gary is on that undercard because that was the fight on the undercard that I forward to the most. What I want to do tonight is just go through the panel and get their reactions because y'all already know what mine's is. You know what I mean? Real talk, what it do, Ronnie, what it do, you know? And we'll see how everybody's feeling. Do they like this fight more than the Gervonta Davis fight? And why? What is different about it to the members of the panel, to you guys in the chat? Do you prefer this to the Gervonta Davis fight, or are you like, no, it's still the circus? Do you think it's fake? Do you think it's real? And we'll get into that. A lot of people are questioning whether or not Jake Paul signed his own death warrant, because if this is a real fight, then there's no way that he stands a chance if this is a real fight. So the question to you guys in the chat and the members of the panel, once it's populated, do they believe that this is a real fight? Yeah, pretty much, Mr. G, pretty much. But I'm not really gonna focus on that on this live though. I'm not gonna focus on that because I'm gonna be talking about that in the next episode of the relay and likely tomorrow, from the Fabio Wardley angle. I'm gonna start with Country. Country, what do you make of the announcement, man? Joshua versus Jake Paul. Did you think it was gonna happen?
No, actually, it was a little bit of a shock surprise, but I understand why AJ's doing it. A money bag is a money bag, and them together, they both could make a hell of a lot of money out of it. But it's still a circus fight. It's better than Davis because it's nowhere near as lopsided. Well, maybe it is, but
it is just the other way. It is, but
yeah,
the other way.
It's still a circus fight, man, and that's the thing that I have no interest in it.
Really, you're not interested in it?
Not much. I mean, what either Paul's gonna get knocked the fuck out, or they got something written in some clause written in there where AJ takes it easy on him, and they just have their little thing. Ain't nothing really bad gonna happen.
Real talk, what do you think? Do you like this better than the Gervonta Davis fight? Did you think this was going to happen?
No, I didn't think it was gonna really happen. Just because I didn't think I didn't think Jake Paul would actually take the fight. To be honest with you, but I mean, shit, 90 M's is 90 M's type shit.
Right?
I'm definitely much more interested in it now than the Tank fight because, I mean, we all knew that was just gonna be just gay. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Was
At
just gonna be
least now we
gay.
get to see AJ sleep this dude. You know what I'm saying?
So that kind of allows me to segue to the second part of the question. Before I pass it to Herb, let me go back over to Country. Country, you don't view it as a real fight.
Say what?
Fucking country. You know, he comes on here, he takes a spot, then he walks off. He walk like what the fuck, bro?
I had to feed the cats, man. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Country? But
Go
country,
ahead.
you don't view it as a real fight.
Nah, not really. I mean, it's no.
Okay, real talk. You view it as a real fight. And now real talk does the same fucking thing.
Oh damn, my fault. I'm sorry. My fault. I'm smoking in a sesh right now. They're telling me something. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm being kind of rude talking to y'all motherfuckers.
Is it a real fight to you? That's a real fight. Like you think, nah, this ain't WWE.
Nah, bro.
This for
I
real.
think AJ's got pride, and I don't think he's going in there to play with this dude. The same thing he wasn't playing with Ngannou, bro. This is
That's
boxing's
true.
legacy is on the line, bro. AJ don't play that shit. He's about to sleep this kid.
That is true though. It ain't like he need money. Herb.
Yeah.
Did you think this was gonna happen? Did you think this shit was gonna materialize?
I did not think so, man. Because we knew AJ coming back in February, right? For sure.
Yup, that's what they
said.
said.
And then the Swedes that in right quick. I didn't see that coming. For real.
Do you like this? Do you like this more than a Gervonta Davis fight?
Yeah, I'll buy that over the Tank fight any day. But still strange though. Still strange. I got to see this, man. I got to see it.
Do you think it's a circus, yo? You think it's like some fake shit, or it's like nah, AJ?
It depends, man. AJ could be feeling like playing right now. You don't know. He might feel like playing around. I ain't no telling.
The big question is, did he actually have this in his back pocket and none of us knew it, or was
he did, but he did this the shit country. They did have it in their back pocket, but what they were saying was it was going to be next year, not this year. That's what they were saying. That's what Eddie Hearn said.
I do think that's bold. That's pretty bold, bro. Like, you got to rush this shit kind of now. And Jake, now you got to actually prepare for a real fight because what were you preparing for a fucking midget for? You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. Like what's
now you got to prepare for a grown man. That is a man. You're going to be in there.
And he don't got a lot of time. Like if you think about a boxing camp. This is not a full camp. They only got 5 weeks.
Wow.
They got 5 weeks to promote, to get ready, to find sparring partners. I guess that's why a lot of people looking at this shit like, yo, this shit gotta be Fugazi. Or Jake lost his fucking mind. Like, did you lose your mind?
Well,
but I was thinking about it though. I was thinking about it, country. You know how kids ask each other, yo, would you let Mike Tyson punch you in the chest for like $1 million, right? You know what I mean? And it could be some shit like that for Jake that like, yo, it's fucking 40, 50 M's. If the shit hurt, I'll just lay down. Like I'll just lay the fuck down. Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Jake fucking throw a feint at him, he'll fall down and hit the mat.
Yeah, like if he punch him on the shoulder and he could go, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, it is a lot of money is the main thing. It is a lot of money. And one thing that I see is, look, I don't want to repeat myself because I said this in a video I'm about to upload. But one thing y'all got to consider, if it ain't big, Netflix ain't going to fuck with it. We know that already. If it ain't big, they not going to fuck with it. How we know? They ain't fuck with that Chavez fight. They ain't pay for that shit. That was the zone. And they built that as a pay-per-view. So it could be a thing where like, Jake, you're not going to get 40, 50 M's or whatever it is. You're not going to get that with any old body. Netflix is not going to fuck with any old body. It got to be big. So it might just be, yo, that dude desperate, bro. He ain't got a lot of options.
Well, you know what? His hand was their hand was kind of forced because the whole thing with what happened with, Tank fucking everything up. So,
yeah,
I mean,
desperation.
That's the first shit I thought, Herb. Like, yo, they got it. It's a lot of money, Herb. Like, I guess I would ask y'all, would y'all let AJ punch y'all in the chest for 40 M's?
Hell yeah. I'm saying, and Netflix probably look.
You know what?
Netflix pointing that they watch, looking at Jake, like saying, "What you gonna do? Come on, man, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Maybe they couldn't afford. Maybe they were going to take a loss they couldn't afford to take, and that's why.
I mean, I don't know what they already spent. You got to figure that they did. I think I don't know because I didn't see. Like, I'm gonna be real that I wasn't really paying attention to that Gervonta Davis shit. So I don't know if they did any like featurettes. If they did, I ain't see them shits. Like I wasn't really paying attention to that shit, to be real with you.
Mr. G says for life says for 40 million he'd fight AJ in a McDonald's bathroom.
Shout out to Will. Jake is giving up his health for our entertainment. I mean, like that's the shit that people looking at it, and the only angle I could come at it at is, yo, motherfuckers ask that shit all the time. Well, you let Mike Tyson punch you in your jaw for like 5 mil, right? And you know, some motherfucker be like, yeah, I'll do that for 5. I could pay for the hospital bill when I still got like 4.5. So yeah, break my jaw, right? I'm just thinking, look, Jake been boxing for 5+ years, so you know he has been fighting. Second question, Herb, do you think he gonna last longer than Ngannou?
Nah, I give him 3 rounds. 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Ngannou lasted 2. He did last 2. Ngannou. He lasted 2.
But then Paul is a little bit more.
Wait, you said you give him more time than Ngannou?
Yeah, Jake is
Ngannou ain't been boxing for 5 years. Real talk.
Jake got a little experience.
Bro, Jake is a little boy, bro.
It all depends on what AJ wants to give him. AJ give him 1 round, 2 rounds. It's up to him. So
it really is. Real talk. Honestly, you think he gonna last longer than Ngannou? You think he gonna last longer?
No, bro. I think he gets him out of there within the first or second round. Honestly,
nah. Country, you agree with that? First round, we out of here. We going home.
No fill out process.
I think as soon as AJ lands flush, man, that dude's over with.
Bro, anything more than that, they're gonna chastise AJ, bro. Be real about it.
They are. But the shit is that I'm not vouching for Jake's ability to box. I'm not. But I'm just saying you got to look at it as being different from Ngannou, because Ngannou just decided to pick the gloves up. He wasn't fighting for 5+ years. He wasn't. He legitimately wasn't boxing.
For how long? And how long?
No, he been fighting UFC. You feel me? But the fundamentals, bro, the bladed stance, keeping your hands at home, throwing jabs, changing the cadence on your punches. None of this is shit that Ngannou was really sitting there like, you know what I mean?
Type shit.
That's ring generalship, you know. I mean, Jake, he been in the game alone. He should know his way around the ring, you know. So
no, Jules is right. This is Sugar Ray Jake we talking about.
Sugar Jake, bro. It's Sugar Jake.
I mean, hey, he pull a Johnny Knoxville. Those boys up, they like to do them crazy stunts just for laughs, and
that's true. The white boys love that shit, bro. Country used to do shit like that. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is true though. Like you gotta give them them crazy white boys. They'll do it. Them crazy white boys do it.
Hey man, he's Jake the Hitman. You know?
No, he's Sugar Jake, bro. He's Sugar Jake. You know? I don't know. I don't know whether I should be amused by it or not. Because I could think of a real reason that Jake would do this. There could be a real reason, and it's, if nothing else, desperation, bro. You in a pinch. You done run out of Ben Askrens and shit. Yeah, you ran out of them guys a long time ago. You tried to sell us a Chavez fight, homie. You know? And I said it after the Tyson fight, Herb, that it doesn't get bigger than Mike Tyson. Nah. They don't get bigger than that. Like, Mike is a globally known. That's one of the few boxers that's alive that everybody know him. You don't get bigger than that, you know.
Well, AJ's kind of close to that level a little bit, huh?
No. In that regard, but it's that. In other words, if you're looking for safe fights that'll get you a bag, you ran out of those. You ran out of those with Mike. Because Mike 56, that's a safe fight. He's 56 years old. The only fights now where you get a bag is ones where you might get your ass beat. You like,
right? Because you got to think about it. Like a lot of Americans don't really fuck with Joshua like that. So he's got the people over here that it's not that they don't, that they know, but they know him. You know what I'm saying? They know of him.
That and it's not a pay-per-view. That
exactly.
It's not a that because it's not a pay-per-view. That's major. That's major because. Yeah. Remember, Netflix ain't no American stream. That's a global streaming platform. Netflix, bro. Netflix all over the place. It's Netflix out here. So, I mean, if this is a real fight, There's no fucking reason that Jake should see the 5th round. There's no reason. There's no reason. He probably could survive one more round in Ngannou there. 1 or 2 more rounds.
That's why I gave him 3.
Yeah, he probably, maybe he see the 3rd. If he's really lucky, the 4th. But like, homie, like if this is a real fight, you about to get concussed for real. Or maybe they'll do the old Project Elevator shit. Remember motherfuckers used to be in the projects that just throw body shots?
Yeah, everybody take a corner.
Corners, like like it'd be like corners, like you can hit me, AJ, but only in my dick and in my body. Like just hit me in my dick.
Hell no.
Now he hit him in the dick, bro, right in the balls.
The old dick twist.
Old dick twist, right? So that's some real shit, man. Like, I mean, you kind of got to give it to Jake that he did what he had to do, right? He did what he had to do. Kind of underestimated him, to be real, because I didn't think this shit was gonna happen. I did not think this shit was gonna happen. I didn't. I was convinced, this won't go down. They ain't stupid. But, a bag is a bag. Jose, what you think about AJ Paul, man? Did you think this shit was going to happen?
I mean, if he fought Ngannou, I think he, for the right bag, for the right amount, I don't think he will, that will be below him or whatever.
Are you excited? Do you like this more than the Gervonta Davis fight?
I actually like it more because I know AJ, he won't care about like really the money because él tiene su cuarto. Ese tigre tiene su cuarto,
Ese
man.
tipo tiene suficiente dinero. Él no tiene que hacer cosas estupideces para dinero. You know what I mean?
So, si yo soy un diabólico así como él, and he's trying to like troll, because at this point he has to, at the very least, he has over $100 million in his bank account. So I don't really think he cares about like whatever Netflix is paying. Probably he is gonna welcome it, but I think he is going I think he is gonna try to knock out Jake Paul, since he's one of those guys who's actually says and he carries the heavyweight division in his back. I think he will gladly take this opportunity to claim he clean boxing or whatever the case may be.
Clean it up. Clean it up.
Take Shout
out to Permex. Now I haven't been flat benching, bro. That's only one plate. I haven't even been flat benching since, I'm gonna say I haven't flat benched on that bench since February. But when I was flat benching, it was 2 and change. When I was flat benching,
Man,
I took that out of the program.
That's just been there since
I just been
1994.
doing the incline press with dumbbells.
Yeah, because if it's about growing your I would never. I'm not one of these new age weirdos that doesn't like flat bench. Motherfuckers been getting swole with flat bench for decades. It's just it got to be part of a program. The only reason I stopped really is because after you lift certain weight, when you really trying to get swole, you need a spotter, bro. Yes, you need a spotter, bro. You need somebody to be there to catch that motherfucker in case you ain't got it. That's where the isometric press is superior. Each arm is doing its own work. I swapped out that for the isometric flat press, and each arm does its own work. If you got one arm that's weak like mine, that's perfect for you because each arm does its own work. And you don't need a spotter because it's got safety shit in place. You don't need a spotter, so you good to go. And I would say, that's honestly, it's superior to flat bench for development, but nothing beats flat bench for strength. If you really trying to get strong, that motherfucker is your friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm lucky enough that my cousin work at my gym, so I know all the dudes that work there and shit. So I'll just go out there and be like, hey bro, I need a spot for like a few sets type shit.
Yeah, because after 200, I could bench over 200, but after that, I'm gonna need a spotter. If I add more play, I'm gonna need a spotter. This shit get heavy, bro. Sometimes you got it, and then shit, I ain't got it. Shit. You know what I mean? I ain't got this motherfucker, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is the injury shit. I'm old. I'm staying away from all the ones that are likely to injure you. I stay away from all of those. So that's flat bench, deadlift, and squat. If I need to get my legs big, I already know how to do that without squatting because I did it before. And as much as I like deadlift, that kind of stress on your back in your 40s, come on, dog. If I were young, sure.
There's other shit to get what you want. that deadlifts aren't like the pros and cons don't really weigh out that, you know what I'm saying, at that
Yeah,
age.
because
There's other shit you can do.
deadlifts are like, I don't, because I'm not gonna be a weirdo and say that you should just swear off a deadlift and like no, it's but if you're a certain age and you doing that, you got to understand that that's really for power lifters, man. It is, dog. It's for power lifters. If you a power lifter or you trying to get into that, yeah, go ahead, do your deadlifts. But the risk of injury is great. Yeah, it is. And when you fuck up your back, you fucked up your back. There's really not that many ways to fix that shit. They could fuse some vertebrae together, but you're gonna be in a lot of fucking pain till they do. Just it's not worth it. And knowing my dumb ass that I like to push the envelope, yeah, I ain't putting myself in that situation. I ain't doing
No, I
that.
mean, what's better? What a better alternative is the bar that you step into, that that's sideways, so that it's a cleaner lift. You know what I'm saying? And you're not really stressing your back as much.
I mean,
You
for a
know,
strong back, I do weighted pull-ups and weighted chin-ups for a strong
yeah,
back.
that's all. That's all you need, bro.
I do for you know what I mean, for a strong, like you want your back to get strong. It's different ways to do that. But once again, it's that that the deadlift and the squat and the press, those are gold standard exercise. They are, dog. Like if you try and get swole, them motherfuckers will help you out, and
No,
they
yeah,
might.
those are the fucking cornerstones.
Those is the cornerstones. Like so, it's. I'm not one of these people that's going to badmouth them. I'm just saying that for the age that I'm in, I'm not rolling the dice on them off. Like, nah, I'm about to be 43 out here. Fuck,
No,
I
you
look
know
like
what?
rolling the
Actually,
dice.
I was literally at the gym about 2 3 days ago. No, it was last Friday, because I took the weekend off. I was there doing my incline press, and about two benches over, they were like help all the people that worked there. They were standing around one guy holding a bottle on his head, and I'm like, eventually I asked him all that, well, yeah, what the fuck was going on there? He's like, the guy literally dropped the bar on his chest, and they had to call the paramedics and wheel him out of there.
And if it's not that you can't handle the weight, it's that you're not gonna know when you're about to get a torn pectoral. You not if you knew if you knew when that was gonna happen, it would never happen. But here's the thing with flat bench, that always happens. Yeah, you want to get a torn pectoral, you want your whole side to be black and blue, keep flat benching. That's usually what happens. If you really if you're progressing normally, right? If everything that needs to happen is happening, that is literally an eventuality. You it's weird, but you get your strength before you get bigger. Yeah, you get your strength. You'll get stronger weeks and months before you actually got bigger. So you're gonna be moving weight that your body might not be able to handle. It happens all the time, dog. That's why I'm like, I love flat bench. It's literally one of my favorite ones to do. I love flat bench, especially for strength. You're gonna get strong. But realistically, if you're trying to puff up for the purposes of you trying to keep some muscle on, especially when you're getting older, you might want to find a different way to do it because you can't get big off a flat bench alone
No,
anyway.
honestly,
You
if
can't
you're
just
if
do
you're
that
looking
one.
to target your chest and that's what you're looking to grow, I would recommend cable chest flies.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta set the weight too high. Set it at like a 15. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
took
all
the
you
you
need.
took the words out my mouth. Like motherfuckers don't realize. You know what really gets your chest nice and puffy and starts working really quick? Flies, whether it's
Pregunta.
dumbbell flies, cable flies, or the stable fly. Like yeah, those that because it stretch you out.
Well,
You
yeah,
could
I would
feel it right
recommend cable
away.
flies just because they keep the tension all the way through.
Mhm.
With
What
dumbbells, you
I,
can rest them and
I do
shit.
the homo shit. I just put the settings way in the
Lo
back.
sabemos,
I
lo
put my,
sabemos.
the homo the homo shit. I put, I put
Go
the
ahead.
I put the shit to
Oh,
where
you
I
do the
got
dildo press.
the dildo press that
Oh,
you squeeze and it sticks the dildo in your ass.
oh,
I no, but what I do is I adjust the settings like every so often if I'm feeling really fucking froggy, I'll set it past one where I have to be out here to bring it out, and it's flies are a finesse exercise. It's not even really about weight. It's a finesse exercise. You can add a lot of weight. I do. Like I do, well, at least for me, 200 is a lot on a fly. But yeah, I do 200 on a fly because I want to feel it. And it's a finesse exercise. Like, yeah, it's not really about weight though. It's finesse, just like lateral raises. It's a finesse exercise. If you doing flies and you doing incline, you good. Those will get you right. They will get you right. And yeah, you could do a version of a flat bench. You could do a version of it, but like I said, it's the risk of injury is pretty big on that one. Like it is. If you don't tear this motherfucker, you might tear this motherfucker. Like yeah, it's a bad position to be in. Shout out to motherfucking Kamikaze. Salute Jules. I appreciate you for keeping it honest with the Calzaghe. Awful take. Sad disrespect. Canelo gets, but that's what's new. Shout out to you. Yeah, because Joe got a lot of fucking nerve. Like, I remember that whole era. I remember when he was doing his thing. I'm not saying that Joe was a bad fighter because I don't think Joe was a bad fighter, but you got a lot of fucking nerve, homeboy. The best two names on your resume is 39-year-old Roy and 43-year-old Hopkins, bro. That's the best names on your resume. I look at the Kovalev that Canelo fought as being better than the Roy that you fought. And I could say that the Kovalev that he fought is better than the Hopkins that you fought because Kovalev beat Hopkins. But he's not an ATG, but you are, right? You're an ATG for old Roy, old Hopkins, and motherfucking Jeff Lacey. Give me a fucking break, bro. Guy says deadlifts are good for full body strength. Yeah, it is because it takes your whole body to lift that shit. It's a
And my
workout on
thing is
your
though,
back.
like you wind up looking built like a refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get that V cut shape. You know what I'm saying? You end up getting more of like a up and down
No,
build. You know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
The difference between those who deadlift and those who don't poise is deadlifting gives you thickness. You get thicker all around. You could build all your muscle groups individually. You could do that. The deadlift is a great compound exercise because it hits a bunch of shit all at once. But my thing is, other shit don't heal like other shit. Your spine, that don't, yeah. You fucked that up. You fucked that up, bro. And God forbid you get a fucking God forbid you slip a disc. Yeah, you gonna be in a lot of fucking pain
Oh
from
yeah,
trying to
fuck
be
that.
strong. You gonna feel dumb as a bitch. Like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have did that
There's no
shit.
coming
Like,
back.
not my ass. Ain't no
There's no
coming
coming.
back from that.
There's no coming back after none
You
of that. Slip a disc,
for real.
two or three
Most
hours.
most they could most they could do is fucking fuse your vertebrae. And that like that's the most they could do is fuse your vertebrae and you gonna be in pain until they do. And you know what? You might be in pain after that too. Like you're not gonna be the same. So
Once you have
really think
surgery, you're
about that
never
shit.
back surgery. You're never the same, man. Never.
No,
I'm
that's I
trying
don't
to
know.
tell you.
I don't know what kind of surgery Bivol had though, boy. Cause he fighting again. I'm like, wow.
He had a herniated disc, is what they said. He had a
Oh,
herniated disc. So that's when there's a bulge in the disc. There's a bulge,
mhm.
and that bulge is causing pain. That's what that shit is. Which
Wow.
he might be. It's not as invasive as having to fuse two vertebrae together. That it's a part of the disc that's bulging out, and that's causing pain. That's what that shit is. But
Damn.
anything with your back though, like if you get any kind of back pain, really chronically or acute, ain't nothing like some back pain because you can't move right. You can't move right. Like
No,
my
yeah, I did.
fucking
I did
back hurt.
moving for a year, moving furniture, and some of that heavy oak furniture, nigga, bro. Like, yeah, like that'll put a hurting on your back. Like, motherfuckers be out for a whole
Fuck
Yeah.
week.
your back up, yo. That's what I'm saying. Like I would say for young people, if you want to deadlift, if you young and you feel strong and you feel good, go ahead. I would never tell nobody not to do that. But at the same time, I'm not an asshole. I'm not going to recommend something to somebody that I would not do myself. And
Exactly.
being real, deadlifts are cool. It's cool. It's cool, but it's ego. It is. It is. You're not a power lifter. You're
So
not a
honestly, it
power
is.
lifter. You're not squats. Like, yeah, I get it. Squats is good for your ass, but you're not a power lifter. And unfortunately, as progressive overload starts to happen and you go adding weight, yeah, you training like a power lifter. And the damage that you're going if you want to see the fuck, go look at Ronnie Coleman. Go look at him. Look at him. He is fucked up. He fucked up. He was the
You know what?
fucking man. But he
You know
fucked
what's
up now.
Yeah, Pobrecito. Like I follow him on Instagram, bro. Like I was seeing his signing and shit. Like, all right, Pobrecito, bro. He's all in the chair, y'all, all chuerco and shit.
Yoey El Güero, Jay Cutler, you know, he beat Ronnie after a couple of Olympias. And that's a part of what made me start thinking about that. I heard Jay Cutler say on his Instagram, I don't do flat bench. I don't do that. And then he said the weight that Ronnie was lifting, you know, because Ronnie wasn't just a swole motherfucker. He was a
Lightweight,
strong.
baby. Lightweight.
Lightweight, baby. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I love Ronnie
I gotta
Coleman,
watch
bro.
the documentary, bro.
I love Ronnie, but it's like,
bro. I seen this dude. He's going for Mr. Olympia. You know, he's sitting there like you see the camera view. All you see is him sitting there watching the bit shit on the big screen in his living room, making a protein shake. Right? You know, he twists that shit up. He starts shaking the protein shake. His wife walk in, bro, and all you see from the back, it looks like him beating this shit to fucking Ronnie Coleman, watching, bro, and his wife just walk out.
Who is that?
fuck is
The
the
hell?
matter with
Oh,
that
bitch gonna
guy?
kill the vibe.
Yeah, this is some weird ass
To break my
motherfuckers, man.
stride.
Who was that?
Can't nobody call. I don't Mystic. It said Mystic some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah,
No, yeah, his wife just
I
he
guess
just did that.
I didn't realize that even though all these guys that trained for the Arnold or trained for the Olympia, right? All these different bodybuilders, they weren't all trying to lift max weight. You know what I mean? Like I guess I never sat down and thought about it that like, you know, that not everybody over here going crazy putting as much weight as possible. Some of these motherfuckers actually set a limit to what they was gonna do. So it blew my mind that Jay Cutler beat Ronnie Coleman, not even lifting the same amount of weight as Ronnie Coleman.
Get your butt down.
You tell him,
Bro,
country.
because honestly, when you build your physique, you know, piece by piece, you know, muscle group by muscle group, it does just look better, bro.
Yeah. And you know, Ronnie was like doing power lifter shit, and that's kind of when it dawned on me, before, you know, months ago when I was really going like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym now. I'm done with the home setup. I'm gonna go to the gym now. That's when it dawned on me that, you know, you don't gotta go crazy with the weight. You don't gotta go deadlift. You don't gotta go squat because you in your 40s, my guy. You know you don't heal the same. Like, yeah, I damn sure don't. So
Bro, that's what I'm
I was
saying.
like,
Like
yeah.
I follow Chris Bumstead, bro. That's the 6-time Mr.
Oh yeah,
Olympia
I follow that
champion.
dude. I
Yeah,
follow.
like he
And,
he,
and
he does the
he,
chest flies, bro, only like 15, 20 pounds, bro. But he does them to
yeah, yeah,
failure. That's the key, bro. And doing like you gotta work on your you got to work on you know your actual form type shit.
yeah,
That's what you
yeah.
focus on when you're doing those chest flies and shit. You ain't got to do a lot of weight. Do it to fucking failure. That's what actually builds muscle.
And because I think different people, I do think that we all got different preferences. Because I ain't a 15 rep guy. I am not. I'm not a 15 rep guy. I ain't a 10. Like I seldom ever do an exercise for 10 reps. Maybe legs on a press. I'm at what 5.5 plates on either side, 10 plates total. And I'm like, I don't want to get to a point where I got to keep putting plates on, because that's where it gets dangerous. Like, yeah, one fucking day, you're going to snap your shit trying to be strong out here. So, you know, you got to be careful. You got to mitigate the risk because, hey, it's about feeling good at the end of the day. Don't forget that. It's about feeling good and it's about your health. If you sore all the time and you feeling fucked up, you're like, yeah, you need to ease up, homeboy. It's about feeling good. You not trying to win the fucking Olympia or no shit like that.
No, yeah,
You
my
know what I
old
mean?
sergeant used to tell me. He said that if you're feeling sore, it's either one of two things: either you overworked or you haven't been working enough late.
Yeah. The only like soreness is rare, at least for me. It becomes a rarity unless I moved up in weight. Unless and usually it doesn't really like it doesn't really fuck with me. But that's the only time it happens if I added more weight.
Yeah, no, same. For me, my soreness lasts from my off day, which is it's either Thursday or Friday, and by Monday the soreness is gone and I'm ready to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I went today. Well, what the fuck was I doing? I went for my weighted chin ups today because I'm like, man, I could do these bitches all day. I gotta make I don't like 10, 15 rep. I just don't like it. Like that's not for me. Some motherfuckers like that. And I ain't nothing wrong with it either because it's the same thing. You still trying to get the failure. Whether your rep range is, I don't know, 7 to 8, or 10 to 15 or whatever, you're still trying to get the failure. So it's all the same shit. But I do prefer a rep range of anywhere in between 1 and 8. I don't really like doing 10 reps of some shit. And I really enjoy the 1 to 5 range, to be real with you. Like, yeah, I do a lat pull down if I do one. It's about 1 to 5. I'm putting 200 on that shit and let's go. Let's break our fucking elbows. Let's just feel like shit all day.
Just hurt ourselves and feel great about it.
Let's fucking feel great out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, chin ups is my shit for lats. I don't do lat pull downs to grow my lats. I do chin ups for that. I do lat pull downs for strength. Like, yeah, if I could pull this 220 down, I'll pull my ass up. If I pull down this 220. So,
I do a lot of rowing exercises. So
I do those.
There's a one where you lay your chest on the bench and you pull it to you, and then there's like the seated rows.
I do that one. That one's for mid back, and I forgot. I don't know how, because I don't really pay attention to the weight. I just kind of play it by ear. I don't always remember it. I know it's 2 and something. It's either 2 or right before. It's somewhere in there, and I go by how it feel. If it feel like work, then it's work. You know, if it feel like work. Like at the 2 reps, yeah, this work right here, son. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I go like that. I just go off it. And I don't really count reps either. The only time you really gonna see me counting reps is if it's been a while and I'm like, okay, it's been a month or 2 months. Let me count this shit so I can see if I'm ready to move on. And then I'll count. The rest of the times I just go until I don't have another rep. The rest of the time, like most of the time, I'm not counting none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I go off of like what Ali used to say, bro. Like, I don't start counting until it starts hurting type shit.
Yeah, you know, some people like that shit. Like, but I tried to marry sort of, because if you really just want to get swole, you got to do them a certain way. And if what you want is strength to move shit, yeah, you got to do it a certain way. And that's why I don't really leave that 1 to 5 range, because all the strength is in the 1 to 5 range. All like, yeah, if you trying to get stronger, it's in the 1 to 5 range. You're gonna fail somewhere in there. That's where the strength training is. If you doing more than that, it's not really strength training. Not really.
1 to 5 what?
Reps.
Okay.
If it's a weight that you could only move for somewhere in between 1 and 5, that's strength training. That's plain old strength training. Yeah. If you only got in between 1 and 5 reps. So like on a lat pull down, for example, I'll start off doing 5 because I only got 5, pulling down 190. And I'm like, all right, stop acting like a bitch. Let's put some weight on this shit. I'll put 220 on it. Yeah, I only got 3 of those. I only got 3 of those, homeboy. And those 3
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, and then them hoes ain't even complete type shit.
They not like with the 90, I get it there. With the 190, I get it down here. With that 220, I'm like, I'm right here. I can't get the shit down.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm comfy at like 185. Yeah, like 185, 180.
Nice, complete. And I use the V bar because like I said, if I was doing it to grow my lats, I would use the wide bar. I don't use it for that. I use it for strength. So I use the V bar because I'm a little stronger with the V bar. And I'll bring that down. Go 5 times, feel good. I got it, and I'll fail at 5 or 6. And then I'm like, all right, put some weight on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? With the rolls, same shit. Like, and most shit I do is kind of like that most shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, you want to stay strong as you getting older, man. That shit start to go if you don't try to keep it. That shit start to go. You doing cardio? I don't do cardio, homie. That shit is for homosexuals.
Stupid bitch. That nigga said homosexuals.
I don't do cardio. That's for skinheads and homosexuals.
God damn. The Raiders are getting bitch slapped by the Cowboys 31-9, man. Fuck.
Fucking Raiders, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, undefeated got his dick out. He's jerking off watching the game.
I don't watch football, but there's a Discord for the IBFP channel. Mm-hmm. And one of the dudes over there, Edgar Moreno, was talking shit. I'm like, yeah, I bet on the Cowboys to lose, another loss for the Cowgirls. And I'm just playing stupid. I'm like, hey, what's the score, bro? I'm out right now. I ain't fucking cockmaster.
Motherfuckers hate the Cowboys, bro. Motherfuckers hate Dallas.
This
Bro,
shit's
it's
fucking
fucking hilarious. They're like,
ridiculous,
"Oh,
man.
you ain't won in 30 years," and y'all still talking shit about us. That's crazy.
Motherfuckers hate Dallas Cowboys, especially their fans. But yeah, man,
Damn.
Jake Paul and Javante fucked that bag up, man. I don't know what that kid is gonna do. I legitimately do
'cause
not.
where does he go?
Where you gonna
What does he
go, bro?
do?
Like what you can't fight Lamont, and Isaac is gonna beat Lamont, but you can't fight Isaac because he might beat you at this point. At this point, he might beat you.
Isaac might whoop his little ass.
Shit is crazy, yo. Shit is wild, but we'll see what he does or what he don't do. I just hope he bows out like that. I hope he just disappear, bro. Take whatever little money you made and get the fuck on.
I mean,
Who
has
got
Isaac
two
actually
speakers
fought
going?
any real 140?
No, he hasn't. He
They
fought
might
Rayo.
do that.
He fought Rayo. He fought
That don't
Rolly.
count.
He fought Angel Fierro, who I don't think that's a real 140. And he fought some
Nah.
bum. He fought like some bum after Angel Fierro. I forgot who. It was like some bum dude.
Maxayo.
No, it wasn't Maxayo. It was some garbage dude. Like something happened. I think Fierro blew the weight or something, and he pulled out or some bullshit.
I know.
And he
I know
fought
what
like
you're
a
talking
bum.
about. I can't put a name to the face though.
It was the last dude that he fought. It was like a fucking bum. He ain't fought one real
The
140.
Ryan
He been up
Garcia
there.
looking motherfucker.
Yeah, he ain't fought one real 140 the whole time he been at 140. And he ain't about to fight one now. We fighting Lamont Roach. He ain't fought one 140 yet. That's how stupid American boxing is. High key that like you got Rolly with a belt at welterweight, ain't fought a welterweight. Isaac got an interim, ain't fought a 140 yet. It's like what are y'all doing? This shit not a sport, and that's why motherfuckers don't watch it, because this shit not a sport, homie. Shit crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like you say, bro. He's the Harlem Globetrotters of boxing, bro. Like none of his fights feel real.
None of them shits at PBC is for real, for real. That's why it's like, yeah, when y'all not understanding that, y'all trying to get it to where promoters don't have to roll the dice and gamble, but if they don't gamble, the audience can sense that. They look at the fights you put out and they not interested. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is this?
Hey,
So
is this white or so is this weekend's fight David's first fight off the island?
yeah, this is the very first time he's boxing off platform and off the PBC. Did you see him?
Yes, bro. He built like a refrigerator, bro.
No, like he looked dry.
Yeah, he emaciated.
You
bro.
seen him? You seen him fight hub interviews that one eye is big. Like I'm not exaggerating. One eye is bigger than the other. His face sunken in. He looked mad tired. He's still talking about Canelo. I was like, yo, this got to be a joke. Like, why are you still talking about Canelo? What else is there to
what
say,
he
homie?
Like, he may have lost, but it's not over. He could still fight me. It's a legacy fight. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, homeboy. Shut the fuck up. He's scared of him. All right, he's scared of you, bro. Right now, what? Okay. Like, all right. Like,
no, because that's where I'm at too, bro. Like when they tell me like, oh, Canelo ducked, he's a coward. I'm like, yeah. And then
all right. Now what? What we gonna do?
yeah. Yeah,
what we
he
gonna
is.
do, yo?
Yeah, okay. And then
what we gonna do now? You know what I'm saying?
Swear to God, bro.
It's like because I guess my question is, when you keep telling the media that, what are you expecting the media to do? When people watch the interview, what are you expecting people like? All right, now what? It's not happening, David. He's scared. He not scared. He drunk. He fell down. Whatever. He hurt his hand. Hurt his ass. It's not gonna happen, David. So what are we talking about? It like what are we doing? No, because I always feel like, I'm David Benavidez.
This should have been me. Really? Like when Crawford beat him, that should have been me in there.
If motherfucker said nobody wanted that fight, yo, my dude, 41 million people watched that fight. How and I was about to do a segment on that, and I'm like, nah, I done talked about this shit too much. But it's like, how you gonna say nobody wanted to see that 41 million people watched that fight, dog. How many people watched your last fight? That nobody wanted to see that one. How many people watched your last fight?
12.
It was really 12 televisions at Mirage House. Just turned them all on at the same time. Just turned them all on at the same time. This shit's dumb, dog. Like I could tell that I really don't think like I'm wrestling with that prediction so much because he looks horrible right now. Like he looked bad. His face sunken in, his eyes sunken in. He was talking and he looked tired. One eye bigger than the other. I'm like, yo, dog, if you had a hard cut and Anthony hit your ass, Jose, how you see that fight, man? Fucking Jose went to fucking go jerk off.
That fight, well, I don't know, man. I think I kind of feel like David got this, but I don't know, man. I think I think he's having a hard cut. Because the thing is, if you remember the highlight of the face off or whatever, when they show like the highlights of them training, if you peep, they cut their images of David real quick because when he was like saltando la soga, dude, he looked fucking fat, man.
No, y tú no
Él se
viste
veía
la
gordo,
vaina de
loco.
tú no viste la vaina de Fight Hub. Ese tipo, go look, you know better than I do, Jose. Go look at the Fight Hub interviews que ese tipo tiene. Y dime tú que he
I ain't
doesn't
seen
look.
him yet, but I'm finna go watch him tonight. Fight Hub.
Just go to Twitter because some of them are posted right there and just look at his face. They're like, yo, ese tipo está cansado, man. He looked tired, bro. He looked dry. And literally one eye is bigger than the other. I ain't saying that shit to be funny. Like, yeah, one eye is legit bigger than the other.
I mean, thankfully you notice it because when they had like the face to face with Yard, I don't really think he's trying to be gentle. I think ese tipo lo que estaba era cansado. Like when he was talking, like even though like he had like shades, but he was one of those coke heads shades that you can see through anyways. You can see like, bro, he just wanted to take a nap. He was like, yeah, man, you know, I wanted to hurt him everything around.
I think that dude is exhausted, bro. Because every camp for that dude is a fat camp, bro. Like they ain't working on boxing. That's a Jenny Craig camp, bro.
Y ella no tiene el señor Memo, man. Él no tiene el señor Memo.
Oh yeah, bro, that boy look dry.
He looked like Hector. He looked like Hector Lavoe right now. All body.
Only old heads gonna know who Hector Lavoe is, B. Shout out to Luis. They forgot the only time Benavidez. They forgot the only time Benavidez versus Canelo was a possibility was when David was a champion. He was 23, 24 years old. Nello was stopped. Yeah, man. Like I can't. The shit with that fight is I can't revisit all that old bullshit with the same passion. Cause it's like, yo, that shit dead, homie. It's dead. Like that's not gonna happen. Why we still
really
talking?
Beating a dead horse.
That shit dead, homie. Like what are we talking about that for? David, you about to fight Anthony Schoolyardy. What is you still talking about Canelo for, bro? Oh, you know, because if he comes to Arizona, I'm gonna, you know, like yo, shut the fuck up, homie. Like the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all know how he talk. He talk like he reading a book report. You know, I read Lord of the Flies. And I went to the WBC.
Nah, bro, you remember whenever he pulled his phone out? Stupid bitch. That shit hit halfway through my sentence,
talk like he reading a book report, bro. No, because Canelo, if he was to fight me, if he was to fight me, you know, my dad, you know, he did, you know. No, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Nah, bro. You remember when he pulled out his phone or he had note cards to tell Caleb Plant he was gonna knock him the fuck out? It's like, bro, you needed to read that.
Yo, he really took out like a whole piece of paper. He did one of these. Caleb, I wrote, and I always wanted to tell you that I was gonna knock you out because Like, bro, you needed to write that down that you gonna whoop his ass. You can't just
Bro, you
say
don't feel
that.
that. You don't feel that
Dude,
shit
that's
within
funny
you,
because it looked like he was like, he wrote a poem like, Mr. Killer Plant,
bro. The
I
poem.
wanted to tell you, I wanted to caress your face with my fist, coma.
Bro,
And then he like,
that's that. I was geeking when they did that because you really hurt. So Caleb, I'm tired of you talking about me. If you don't stop talking about me, I'm gonna get upset. Like, yo,
no te apures,
What?
marico.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was
You know
dumb
what I
as
think
shit.
it is?
Go. Oh shit, real talk fell off. He fell off. But yeah, yo, like, you don't need to write a 2-page letter.
Mirage got him.
Mirage is mad. He gonna get all of us now. Like, stop talking about David Benavides.
Sigue hablando bien de mi marido, no te apures.
Talking about my man.
You better stop talking about David Benavides.
Stop
I got
talking
my
about my
passport
man.
now.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
I got
is
my
he here?
passport. We thought he got you, bro, because you just went silent right quick. Like, we thought he got you. You better stop talking about David Benavides.
Nah, I was
Yeah,
saying,
Oh, you accounts,
David's probably
motherfucker.
like that It movie where he's like, you always be a fat boy, fat.
Oh shit, that's perfect for him, dog. He going to cruiser. He going to cruiserweight, man. I could see it. Like, I'm gonna be right. He's going to cruiserweight after this, win or lose. He's going to cruiserweight. It's just that these things would not be a big deal if they weren't so deceptive about the way they move around. You know what I mean? That you've been telling people for months you want this and you want that, and you're still talking about Canelo the whole time, who's still at 68 when it's like, bro, you know how you feel. You know what you about to do. You about to look like a whole fucking idiot after this if you go to cruiserweight. Yeah, because you've been sitting here I want Bevo, and I want to fight the best. And Mirage, he's my friend, and I love him. Like, man, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, shut the fuck
Nah, I
up,
remember.
man.
I remember whenever I think Mirage had an opportunity to talk to fucking Jose, and he was like, Mr. Benavides Senior."
Whoa.
Mr. Benavides. He probably put on his deep.
Senior.
He put his deep Australian voice like he talking to the bitches. Mr. David Benavides. Do you know you made the Mexican monster? The Mexican monster. Senor. You made one of the best boxers. Man, like, listen, man. I don't know if he's trolling us or what. I feel like I'm being trolled.
He really
like,
sucks David's dick that hard, man. You should.
I don't see the attraction, like, bro.
You should hear him on IBFP, dude. He argues constantly for fucking David all the time.
Bro, that gotta be that has to be like a special ADHD where you just focused on David Benavides, like it's in like a medical journal. Yeah, the Benavides syndrome. Like, yeah, dude's stuck on Benavides, bro. I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? For real shit. I'm wrestling. I am wrestling with that prediction because the main thing is when PBC fighters box off platform, you see what usually happens. Like, they lose. You know, and
no,
you
bro,
fighting.
No, I'm letting it all hang out there, bro. I'm Anthony Yard within 6, bro. KO.
Yard is a big boy, but he's not a fat boy. Like, no, he not. Why you think he all cut up like that all year round? Because he not a fat boy. He put on weight between fights, but he not a fat. Like, David, you a fat boy. You gotta lose a lot of weight to get down to motherfucking 175. You know? So I don't know, man. It's gonna be one of them weekends where I'm right about one and wrong about the other, and I can't decide which. Devin and Brian or David
I'm taking
and
both
Yard.
underdogs, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Both of them.
Both of them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna be one of those weekends because I don't know, man. Like with the Devin shit, I just want that too much, and I know that. I want you to get knocked the fuck out, Devin.
We need this.
I need this, man. Haiti needs this, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who fight is most suspenseful out of all of them? Haney's,
David's.
Right? You think so?
No. See, Haney's is like or for shit that the American audience likes, the Haney shit is the more suspenseful shit. Because it's a lot of shit talking, it's a lot of egos. But or for the action, it's David's fight. Like, bro, Anthony don't come to a fight to be gliding around the ring, and neither does David. Like, it ain't gonna take long for that shit to pick up. Like, round 2, they gonna be squabbling. So for me, it's Benavidez versus Yard off of aesthetics, but in terms of attention, it's just reality. Haney and Bryan already stole the show. That's the main event.
The future of welterweight division depends on this fight here with Devin and Norman. Fuck David. I ain't care what the fuck he go and do.
Bro, just look at the fucking the promotion from the Ring magazine on Instagram alone, bro. It's all Haney Norman, bro. I haven't seen.
They stole the show, bro. They really did steal the show, but because they got 2 dads. They really love their sons. Talk a lot of shit. Right, Devin, he wears a lot of gay shit. It's hard to ignore.
Benavidez is just a fat nerd.
He is, bro. Like he probably still plays Pogs. You remember Pogs, Herb? Motherfuckers in the 90s had the Pogs. Had the Pogs. Yeah. That shit was like dominoes with bottle caps or some shit. Like, motherfuckers had the Pogs, bro. Country probably played Pogs. Now, Country was like 35 when Pogs came out. Country's a grown-ass man when that shit came out. We had little kids. But I remember the pause. Like, David, I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of fucked up for him, But I said this maybe a year and a half ago, that he don't have a long shelf life, David, because your time to amass the base of your legacy, it already passed. When you was there with all them guys, that was your moment to make your legacy. When Zerto was there and George Groves was there, and even after that, when all the belts changed hands, that was your moment to make the base of your legacy. Kind of like Crawford and 140, right? Them guys wasn't the greatest guys, but because he became undisputed, that's legacy. You say what you want, but that's legacy.
Yeah, that's where he made his bones.
Exactly.
Now, David, your moment passed, because you're not going to be, I hope Mirage listening, he not going to be undisputed at 175. No. I don't think he's going to be.
Fuck not at Cruiser.
And unless he fight Fuck Me Eyes Jao Pataya at Cruiser, you ain't going to be undisputed up there either. Your moment has actually passed. You go to Cruiser, it ain't a lot up there outside Zerto, homie. It's Zerto and then what? And I said that shit last year, Herb, that y'all looking at that Zerto fight like it's a lick, but what you gonna do after that? What you gonna fight after that? Ain't a whole lot up there.
Champion there? What's gonna happen?
It's not a whole lot going on up there, bro. And that's a European division at that. Zerto, the only guy like from this part of the world that's up there. The rest of them motherfuckers is from all over the place, bro. Chris Billum Smith, all these motherfucking Eastern Europeans. Yeah, you don't really have a choice but to go up there because your body wants you to go up there. But when you get up there, you're going to see that's a top-heavy division, bro. It's Jai, Jack, and Zerto. And that's what's going on. You know?
You ain't no knockout merchant.
For real.
You got that Frankenstein. I mean, like, I don't know.
He really do look like Frankenstein.
Dojo says, I know we don't like we don't like David, but saying Yard will beat him is kind of a stretch. It's not like Yard doesn't have a chance at all.
I mean, it's not simply that Yard is so great. It's outlying factors that I look at, Dojo. That's what I look at. It's outlying factors. It's not simply that Yard is this amazing guy, but if you go look at that Fight Hub video and you look at David's face, I'm not looking for shit. You understand? You know what I mean? Like, I ain't looking for ways for Anthony to win. I seen the interview with David. I'm like, yo, why he look like that? He look like why he look like that? He looked tired. I don't know if he jet lagged. I don't know. But he don't look right. He don't look right. And Yard, that's a physical fight. That ain't no boxing match. That's a physical fight. David ain't no Sugarfoot fighter, and neither is he. So I hope you ready. I was gonna pick David right before that video. I was like, you know what? Just pick David. No, legitimately, I was gonna pick him. It happened real funny because I'm thinking in my head, like, come on, man, you know you gotta just pick David. He's the favorite, he's the young, fresh guy, you know. If he lose, you could still be happy.
Yeah, I'd
But you know,
rather
you'll
be
be
wrong that
wrong.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be wrong, but you'll be happy. Whereas
Type shit, type
you don't
shit.
want to be, you don't want to pick Yard and then Yard losing it. Oh, you know, Mirage is
Nah,
jerking
I'm
off
letting
in
my
his house.
dick hang,
You're
bro.
wrong, Julius. You were wrong, Julius. You were wrong. Fucking homo. Fucking homo. You wrong, Julius. You say that motherfucker gonna be jerking off 3 kangaroo. You were wrong, Julius. Yeah.
Christ,
Fucking
bro.
homo. Fucking homo. But yeah, man. It's a good weekend. It's a good weekend. And I'm gonna go live. Right? You know that shit is on UK time, right? Ain't that on UK time?
Rion,
That
that's a different time from.
they on that UK time, I think. That's not gonna be in the evening. That card. It's not.
Word?
They right there. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I think that's gonna be in the afternoon, like a UK show.
Yeah, Saudis is always like that, I believe.
Bro,
Let me
I had
see.
2 chicken breasts for dinner.
Shit, man. I eat so much. I eat so many fucking chicken breasts, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit was fucking hard to get down towards the end, bro.
Yeah, see, Saturday 1500. That shit start at 3 o'clock, homie.
Oh shit.
That shit start at 3 o'clock. Yeah. That's gonna be
Yo.
So that's gonna be one of the midday bitches.
yeah.
God, I fucking oh my god, if Benavidez
I hate
loses
that
this,
shit,
we have
man.
all
No, I love
afternoon to
that shit.
laugh.
So I could have the rest of the day to jerk off. Like that's fucking great.
Yeah.
It fucks up my day, man. Like the time schedule always fucks up my day, man.
But that's the byproduct of that being in Saudi. They on a UK time zone. I'm not mad at that, to be real with you, because I get to watch that in the afternoon, and then I'm gonna watch the 360 show on UFC Fight Pass. So it's like, yeah, I ain't really mad at that, to be real with you. I'm gonna go live 2 times on Saturday.
Yeah,
so,
we got something to follow up tonight, so we good.
yeah, I like that it's in the afternoon because I like watching Japanese girl fight. Like her fights is fun. She fuck bitches up. I like her fights.
Mimi fighting?
Mimi fighting. She
you
fighting
talking about the Hello Kitty bit?
Yeah, the Hello Kitty bitch. She fighting.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
I love
yeah,
her fights. Like
she
I'm
fine.
going live
Mimi,
for that shit.
Yeah, Mimi is my bitch.
Yeah, and then
She
that's
fuck
double the
bitches
bread.
up. She fuck bitches up. I'm looking forward to that. So,
bitch.
but real shit, man. Like it's gonna be a good weekend. I'll tell you what though, I'm glad about that AJ and Jake. That shit gonna be big, man. That shit gonna be big. All AJ fights is big. I know that for a fact. Obviously, I'm a content creator. I go live for AJ fights. AJ fights always do numbers. He win, he get knocked the fuck out. He don't get knocked the fuck out. He win a fight. His fights always do numbers, and I always make money when he fight. Always.
Yeah. So, in other heavyweight news, congratulations to Fabio Wardley.
I'm gonna say this shit. I'm gonna say this shit now, real talk, because I didn't say this in the video I'm about to upload. Fabio is not gonna be looking for undisputed. He not.
I don't think so.
He not. The best thing that could have happened to him is not fighting Usyk. That's the best thing that could have happened. You got a belt without having to go through no shit with this dude.
Usyk low key like that was low key like a passing of the torch.
He didn't really want that one, so you know he ain't going for the
Because he didn't like he could have whooped his ass and derailed his career instead.
But that's you see what I'm saying?
An opportunity to go and collect his own legacy.
That's the best outcome for Fabio. It's the best. Yeah. You got a belt now. You champion. You go fight. You know you fight motherfuckers that live there. The biggest threat to anybody who could fight at heavyweight is Usyk. Like, yeah, like that's the worst shit that can happen. You got to go through him for the belt. But you got a belt. You ain't had to do that. You don't got to deal with that. Yeah, you good money. You good now. You fight a couple of handpicks, get a couple of title defenses out of that shit, couple of paydays before the shit get real. That's the best outcome for him. Shout out to motherfucking Pedro, Jake, and AJ. Big in IQ, but yeah, all in my ass cheeks, bro.
What?
Send me another super chat. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. He mentioned my butt, so I'm like, all right, whatever. IQ get gay about a day. Yeah, but why you keep watching them then, Pedro? Send me another super chat, motherfucker. But
well,
yeah,
King Gutierrez as asking you what happened and not going to happen.
I was wrong. I thought it wasn't gonna happen. That's one of the few times I've been wrong. It's gonna be AJ. Nah, I don't think it'll be that. You think it'll be that? AJ versus Fabio. I mean, that would be big for them Brits. That would be big for them.
Next year.
Yeah, February, right? Like, and you know, Fabio did just fight. This Jake Paul shit ain't nothing but a lick. AJ ain't gonna be all tore up. I wonder if he gonna have a for real camp for that dude.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is he real? Because it's only 5 weeks. Nah, he gotta have a camp of some kind because of the catch weight. This is catch weight. Y'all know that, right? 245. He can't weigh more than 245.
What?
Oh, they getting down. Man, I want
Jake is so gay.
Saying
they gonna pay him. They gonna pay him out the ass for that. You got him coming.
They had to, bro. And you know, like he got the upper hand in the sense that y'all had to pay a big ass licensing fee for him to box off of the zone. Rick Glacier said that shit. I didn't believe the fight was going to happen, so I didn't bother with that. But I saw that he said that 3 days ago that they had to pay out a big old licensing fee to borrow AJ for one fight.
Yeah, because they're borrowing his likeness, way.
Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying?
You know, he's a brand, you know, he sells
all that shit. All that shit, right? Should be good, man. He should knock the motherfucker out. If he knocked Jake out, what do you guys think happens to Jake after that? Does he keep fighting?
Yeah, he will.
I think this is him cashing out.
Country, you think he'll keep fighting or not?
Yeah, he'll still find another gimmick fight to do.
With who?
A loss don't mean nothing to Jake.
I'm just saying, with who though? Who he gonna fight?
What?
That I don't know. He's gonna have to search.
He becomes a national treasure.
You think
Shut
so?
the fuck up, Don.
I'm saying, but he got to keep the Netflix contract going.
Dude, he's got to get the gravy train going, baby. He's got to keep it going. But with who?
The shit is. This could, but you look. This the shit. You look at the scarcity that's out there. He ran out of MMA fighters to fight. The only other MMA fighter that he hasn't fought that is worth any money is Conor. That's the only one he hasn't fought. You know. But
if
Conor has
him, that would be great. I mean, it would be good for both of them.
It would be big. It's just Conor has so much money, he doesn't even have to fight any. Like Conor look like he don't want to do shit.
I agree with Cervecero. Canelo.
You think Canelo? I don't know that Canelo would give him the time.
Canelo was
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Nah, I think he was using that as a Herb. That was a leverage play, bro. That was a leverage play. He was using the Jake shit to get more money out of Turkey. Because remember, Turkey ended up giving him more money to not fight Jake.
Exactly.
The guy doesn't he doesn't need the money either. You know.
But really, AJ don't need the money though. You know, he don't need the money.
He
got some money coming in February.
He already did a horse shit fight though in Ngannou. Like he already did one.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So it's okay. I don't listen. That guy's semi-retired. He could do it. I wouldn't be mad at him. I don't care.
I'm not. No, listen. I'm not even. Listen, real shit. I'm not even mad at him. Like, nah, I'm not. Like, I'm not because it was never a situation. It wasn't the Javante shit where you begging him to fight. Now AJ fought people. He lost sometimes.
Yeah,
but he fought.
He had a career.
He had a
career. Javante Davis hasn't had a career.
Nope.
You know.
So AJ actually had a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ. I mean, he could be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, because
he is.
I would. He going to the Hall. All the shit you need to go to the Hall. He already did all that. Like I know people look at him but not like my dude. The Wembley shit with Klitschko by itself is gonna get him in the hole. That shit is gonna get him in the hole. If
he fights,
he in there.
Listen, I would really hope to see him and Tyson Fury fight. I don't know what the holdup is. I don't know why they won't make that fight. But it would be great for Frank Warren.
The holdup is what it has always been, Don. Tyson Fury. That's the hold. He back hitting the mitts and shit.
You don't think a guy like Tyson Fury could just box him around?
Who?
Yeah,
AJ?
he could box him around, dude. Yeah. He can make it entertaining for a while. I think
Wilder was able to land on Fury, bro.
Do you know why I question that? This is the thing. It's not me, and it's not something that I said. It's not even my evaluation.
What are you eating, you fat ass?
Pork chops. It was Beats that said it was Beats that said this. Granted, Daniel Dubois knocked out AJ, right?
Yeah.
Fury don't hit like Daniel Dubois. He don't.
No.
He don't punch that hard. He don't punch that hard. And then the other shit Beats said is, yo, Fury's legs is gone. That was what you had. Your legs. That's what you had. That you shake and bake a motherfucker. Your legs ain't been the same last 3-4 years. Your legs ain't been like that. AJ might get him. But that,
yeah, because if you watch whenever Wilder dropped him, he buckled at the knees.
Shoe on the other foot. AJ, if you don't stop half throwing, you gotta throw. Like, yeah, you gotta throw. Like, throw. If you don't stop half throwing, you lose.
He hasn't had a fight since Dubois, then, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
That's bad.
That's real bad.
Yeah.
But he about to fight Big Jake, Sugar Jake.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
he about to get back in the swing of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sugar Jake.
Make more money. Fuck it.
I mean, why not?
They will all make more money.
He gonna battle Jake.
Jake doesn't need the money.
Jake doesn't need the money, right?
No, he doesn't need the money.
No. Jake doesn't need the money, but AJ doesn't really need the money.
Neither of them need the money.
They don't need the money, but you know what Jake does need? The opponent. That brand does still rely on him. His MVP brand, his promotion, does still rely on him and his relevance to keep the promotion afloat. You know?
Yeah, but you know what? He's not going to be doing this forever, and it would be good at some point to start focusing on the brand and the promotion, and because you've got a good thing going with the athletes on your.
He does. I like his shows.
Yeah, you got a solid thing going. You've got some solidarity there with the fighters. I think you should try to build on it. Is Amanda a partner in it at all, or is this kind of like yeah?
Well, after she retires, she'll take on the managerial roles, overseeing all the girls.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's something the sport has never really had, is a good promotional outfit for female fighters, and not just any female fighters. You're getting a lot of top tier fighters in there, so they just need a fucking platform.
But I think for the next 2 years, they need him to fight. See, it's still early days for MVP. It's still really early. They need until after the LA games. They need to be good so that the kids that come out of that will sign to them. Everybody gonna be on top of them kids, man. They're gonna offer them contracts. They're gonna offer them big money. MVP, what they have that is a game changer is y'all the only ones that do business with Netflix. Top Rank don't do business with Netflix. Matchroom don't. Nobody do. Just y'all.
I'm just kind of annoyed with the whole thing. They recharged my renewal fee for DAZN, and I protested it. I'm like, I don't want to pay this shit, dude. I can't.
What's there to pay for?
It was like $240 or $250 renewal fee. And I'm just like, dude, I don't like. What am I going to get out of this? I'm not going to get much. There's not much. I mean,
like, you know what you getting? Like, just looking at the course and what they got on the schedule, you getting this. If you were to get it, you would get this weekend shit, right? You would get this weekend shit, the Benavidez Yard and all the other fights.
You can't. I have to pay pay-per-view still.
Well, if you had the ultimate
That's
gang rape
$500. That's $500 fucking dollars, dude.
Well, that's
What the fuck? And
you
not all
telling
the
me? You
fights are
telling
gonna
me?
be not. Hey, not if I knew every pay-per-view was going to be on the zone, every single pay-per-view for a whole year, I would do the 500. But the sad reality is that they're
the shit
not.
is
It's
that
going to be on Netflix and
over
it's going to be on
12
Prime.
over 12 pay-per-views, right? And you really got to ask yourself, over 12, are there over 12 fights
Worthy.
even in
Yeah.
boxing of
Yes.
pay-per-view?
They're not 12 pay-per-view worthy fights. We're not
Let
getting our
alone
money's worth.
let alone 12 pay-per-view worthy cards. Like, I thought about it, and like, some of this shit is probably gonna be misfits and,
Oh, yeah.
other, because there's not. I can't think of 12 fights that need a pay-per-view right now. I can't.
12 superstars you need.
Right?
I mean, fuck, dude. Like, it sucks because there's no market. It's over.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jules,
It's done.
Hey, Jules, I say, all right, as far as Netflix and MVP, that's pretty much a Jake thing. But so now Canelo and Crawford, that was a Riyadh Turkey thing. And
but that was on Netflix though. Remember
but
that was on Netflix.
It wasn't related to MVP though. So
no, it wasn't.
That was a ring thing. That was a Turkey thing there.
Yeah. The shit is that what we seeing from Netflix is they just want big shit. Whatever the big shit is, if there's a big shit like a monster fight, like look, don't be surprised if they do Joshua versus Fury, don't be surprised if it don't end up on Netflix. Because they just want big shit. They only want the biggest of the big fights. They'll put up the money,
Yeah, you see, but Turkey can deliver that to them. Jake can't. Jake scuffling around and desperate and looking under rocks and all kind of find something to fill that contract.
Yeah, because think about it too. Like if it was, you wasn't gonna get Ryan. That's established. Oscar said that you wasn't gonna get Ryan. What the fuck else was you gonna do? You ran out of MMA fighters to fight. The only one that you didn't fight that's worth some bread is Conor. But Conor don't want to fight no more. He get different haircuts every week, bro. He shave his. He get different haircuts. He literally do, bro.
He could stage. He could stage something nice for Conor to when he ain't got to exercise too much.
It's just Conor has graduated from being a prize fighter, is what I see. He got his bare knuckle shit that he invested in, and he doing that. He being a promoter, wearing his promoter hat.
He's also making his own whiskey too. So,
well, he sold the whiskey. He sold it for a lot though. He sold a lot for a whole lot. That proper 12. He sold that shit for a lot of M's. But you see where we at. That that dude is not about to be over here getting ready to fight no more. When the last time Conor even had a fight?
In Bro House.
For real, with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right.
There's something wrong with you. Me too. That's a good movie, man. I like Row House. That was a good movie.
You like that shit? You like the reboot?
It was okay. It was okay. Like, I would have fucked that Spanish bitch on that island, man. I'd have did that. Bitch, take me out to an island for secret blowjob. Yeah, I'm out there, bro. Little island. Little blowjob. Don't tell nobody. You out there, your dick sucked in the sun. You know what I'm saying? Put the sunscreen on. This shit is love. But it's not often that a remake is even decent. That was decent. Jake Gyllenhaal was funny in that shit. Like, he was like a retard that could fight. He was like a retard motherfucker.
It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't too bad though. It wasn't.
The only hang up that I had with the movie is the chocolate bitch. I'd have been trying to fuck that chocolate bitch. If she'd have came up to me in that part, I'd have been trying to fuck. Like, you can't just be handing me your number and shit. I need some pussy. Be talking, coming up on me in the parking lot. Come work for me in Florida. You want me to go to Florida? Can I get a blowjob? The fuck? The fuck I look like just going to Florida?
I don't think a blowjob is enough, though. I mean, after you nut, after 10 minutes after you nut, it's like, what are you gonna do? You're in Florida.
No, 2 blowjobs. 2 and a hand
more
job.
than 2 blowjobs.
Or a steak dinner. 2 blowjobs and a steak dinner.
And then another blowjob afterwards.
Yeah, and a
then a
belly
good
rub,
and then a
and a
good
belly
few.
rub,
Yeah,
a
and then
belly rub.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Then I need something else in the morning before I head out too. So
Because remember they wasn't nowhere near Florida. They was somewhere cold. I'm like, yo, you just got a joint walk up to you in the parking lot, told me come work for me in Florida. I don't know you. I don't know you. Can I get a blowjob? The fuck? Shit is crazy. That's like that Tyson interview. You already took all my money. Can I get a blowjob at least? Y'all remember that? That's one of my favorite Tyson. That's one of my favorite Mike Tyson interviews, man. Oh man, fucking Mike, man.
Mike is a special guy. Yeah, you know what I noticed about Mike? You know what I noticed about Mike? A young prime Mike, he didn't give a fuck about a jab, Jules. I mean,
no, he didn't.
People giving people jabbing.
He threw it.
No, people jab didn't mean shit to him.
Because of that side to side.
And so he get caught. I seen him. He get people jab don't do nothing. They had a double jab. I'm like, damn, and it still does nothing to him. And he fucked up some really good jabbers. You ever seen Pinklon Thomas jab?
Yeah, bro. That's bro. His like you know the lore. His style, the peekaboo style, was made specifically for a pocket-sized heavyweight against Ali. And what was Ali money punch? The jab. Custom model, tailor-made that style for a taller, longer fighter who's a jabber and a mover. So you already see jab wasn't gonna do nothing to him.
Destroying jabbers, Pinklon Thomas, Tyrell Biggs, Larry Holmes.
Tyrell Biggs, the Olympian,
he banged jabbers out. And there's a lot more jabbers he fucked up bad and shit. They couldn't do nothing with a jab. I'm like, wow.
Because it's repetitive. A pure boxer, like I say it all the time, pure boxers of yesterday were not like pure boxers of today. Let's get that out the way, that those guys actually had a work rate even though they were pure boxers. These are long-range fighters. Their best punches are straight punches. They're jabbers, right? Well, they wasn't going to beat Mike doing that. Like, yeah, you not. Mike's going to get in is the thing. He's going to get in. A boxer puncher, Evander Holyfield. That's how you beat Mike. You got to counter him because he's going to get in. He's like, you're not going to shake him. He's going to get in. When he gets in, it's what happens after that. Can you counter him? And one of the best counter punches and dirtiest motherfuckers is Evander Holyfield. See, that motherfucking right cross, he hit Buster with. Bing, bang. Beautiful shit. Bing, bang.
This is the mindset we need.
Headbutt the shit out of people, man.
That's how you win, bro.
We need no one. That's exactly.
That's how you win, bro. Like, can't get mad at that.
Couldn't combat that big ass melon.
But yeah, like Mike, that I think that is the most clear iteration of which base style troubles which base style. Mike was a pressure fighter. And he couldn't go backwards. He's a pressure guy. Everything to him is forward. Right? He's a pressure guy. He's kryptonite for any lateral moving jabber, any long range fight. Yeah, he's kryptonite for them. But what's kryptonite for him? The guy that'll fight him back, the boxer puncher.
That's like Ikabuchi with David Tor. Right?
Like, exactly.
Same shit.
David Tor was the pressure guy. Not that great, but good. Very good pressure guy, you know? Built like a fucking brick house. That's one of the most clear iterations of that shit. They're like, yeah, it's really rock, paper, scissors. The only thing that makes it tricky is what level are they at? You know what I mean? Because like Lara is a good example. Lara, while being a pure boxer, he did beat a pressure fighter. He beat Angulo. He beat him because Angulo is ass. If Lara is B+, Angulo is like C+. So if you a level above, you'll win. You'll struggle, but you'll win. Lara won.
Hey, did Lara beat up Tommy Hearn's son?
I don't know. Well, you took Tommy Hearn's son. Who's Tommy Hearn's son?
Somebody named Hearns. He was fighting.
I didn't even know Tommy had a son that fought.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna see if I can pull it out right now. I think I seen that shit too. I was like, what? Hold a minute.
I know
You know,
Amanda's son got knocked the fuck out 3 years ago. I remember that shit.
yeah, he won his first 2 fights. That third one, cuckoo.
He got knocked the fuck out. You definitely ain't. You need to just explore other career paths, homie. Getting your ass knocked out like that, but yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then they got basically that Inui card at the end of the year as a pay-per-view. That's what I said. That's what I said, Herb. That they gonna take shit that we don't normally pay for, call it a pay-per-view, then act like they saving us money.
Wow.
That's basically what that is.
They
when the fuck we ever had to pay extra for an Inui fight?
Right?
You took a fight. You took a fighter that we don't never gotta pay nothing. We never had to pay nothing extra to see that dude. Now we do.
That's ridiculous, man.
That's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy.
Wow. Man.
That's why I'm really debating if I'm going to do that when the time comes. It's not time for me to renew my shit yet. It's not. That shit ain't really going to be till May. For whatever reason, the site has not given me the option to upgrade my shit yet. But I'm like, should I? Are there really 13, 12, 13 plus fights that are pay-per-view worthy in boxing right now? What? Fuck is we talking about?
I was thinking about going to the juice bar, man, to my niggas juice bar and watch that shit versus paying that 60. I called them a day too. I was like, yo, what you doing? For real.
For real.
Go out to watch it. Fuck that.
I'm probably gonna pay the shit. I'm probably gonna pay the shit. But I'm, and I was, cause I'm a content creator, so yeah, I was thinking about getting that premium shit, but I'm like, yo, really? Are there actually 12 fights that need, like, really? Or is y'all just gonna take shit that was not pay-per-view, make it pay-per-view, act like you saving me money?
He beat up Tommy Hearn's son. Tommy Hearn's son name is Ronald Hearns. And I've seen a glimpse of this highlight somewhere before. And I was like, really? Damn, Lord been kicking ass that long? And I pulled it up. It is so. He did stop Tommy Hearn's son.
Well, often the sons are not, they don't fill the shoes of the father,
I'm saying. Yeah. More often than not, you're going to get a Marvis Frazier, bro. More often than not, you get a Marvis Frazier. It's not usual that the kids come out like the parents, because the kids are born in the money.
Yep. So they're like, compared to the parents, they're soft.
Hey, yo, he stopped Tommy's son in one round, This was a Showtime fight.
He got his dad's chin.
One round. Stop.
He got his dad's chin. You wrong, Jules. You wrong.
His chin ain't far from the cheekbone.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Tommy ain't had no fucking chin, man. He ain't had no chin.
The chin ain't far from the cheekbone. Wow. I knew I wasn't bugging. I knew I wasn't bugging. Yes, it is. Laura been kicking ass for a long time.
Yeah, Laura's an underrated fighter, which is saying a lot because I don't really like pure boxers and shit. But Laura been fucking people up for a long ass time, man.
This was in fucking 2012, yo.
What year he debuted?
This fight is in 2012. So, and so he was on Showtime before he probably was on PBC, before PBC took him.
That motherfucker debuted in the 80s.
For real. That motherfucker debuted in the Charles Bronson movie. Wow. That shit crazy. But Leo, what you think about Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, man? You like that fight?
Look, I like the fight as a concept, but I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. Basically, because I don't know if this is official. Like, yeah, you can say it, and in a press communique, but there's a lot of things that can happen from now and then. So yeah, when there are those two guys in the ring, I will be like, yeah, this is a good. It's a good show because Jake Paul. I would be glad to see him half dead in the ring by the hands of Anthony Joshua. I think it's going to be a good show for the people and the family.
Leo, if the fight is a real fight, how do you reconcile Jake Paul taking it, knowing that he stands little to no chance to win?
Because he finally got, he lost his mind. I think at one point he was trying to, I think at one point he was trying to navigate his career, but now he believes the hype in the same way that a guy like, for example, a guy like Deontay Wilder started to believe his own hype. Because his career was, most of his career was manufactured. But at some point, he started to believe that he was the greatest puncher in the history of the heavyweight division. That was bullshit from the beginning. But I think he believed it. And from that moment, it was all downhill. And I think Jake Paul believes that he actually can box.
I'm saying he did outbox Chavez, right? Former champion, Chavez, son of a legend.
Yeah.
Son of a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here.
No, and I'm not giving him his credit because I don't think those fights were rigged. I don't think nobody paid it. And if somebody was influencing them, I don't think it was Jake Paul. Is it like, for example, in the good old days when the mafia was involved, there wasn't fighters trying to rig fight. There was the mafia.
Yeah.
You receive a call, you receive a message from one of these couples, and you knew what you needed to do. If you needed to take a dive, you took the dive. Because if you know, either you're going to lose money or you're going to lose something else. And in the case of Jake Paul, if there is so much money involved, I don't really think it's Jake Paul. Maybe it's someone in the circle. Because Jake Paul, whatever he's trying to do, if he succeeds, he's going to keep making fuck tons of money. Because his shit is not boxing, his shit is being a figure, an influencer, and some kind of icon for the people that he follows him.
Well, Leo, in a sense, it's like, I don't think he's dumb. You know what I mean? I don't think he's dumb. Jake Paul, like, he seems to be a smart business guy that he's managed to parlay this into all this money, and he's the one who brought Netflix into boxing. Nobody else, not all these established promoters, he brought Netflix into boxing. It's not that I think he drunk the Kool-Aid. I personally think he's out of options. What else is out there? He's out. I mean, like, think about, you ran out of MMA fighters. You ran out of those.
There's still Conor.
Yeah, but Conor doesn't want to do nothing. He just wants to sniff coke and get haircuts.
Yeah, but
you
give him the right kind of money, he's gonna step out into the ring.
I would agree with you, but I think that if it were that simple, it would have happened already. Conor hasn't been up to much of anything lately. So if it were that simple, they would have contacted him by now.
No, I think it hasn't happened because the one isn't right for him. That's the reason. Because I know Conor understands that his day as a fighter are over. Because it's not so much if he sucks. I don't think he sucks as a fighter, but he has sustained a lot of injuries. So he's not going to step in the ring as a favor against anyone. So if he's going to step in the ring, he's going to ask for crazy money, and he's in his own right to ask for crazy money. But I don't think Jake Paul can conjure that kind of money as of now.
I mean, let's also not forget that Conor McGregor, as of right now, he's bigger than the UFC. So the UFC he can kiss his ass, man.
So, dude, if you get him 30-40 million dollars, that's not enough for Conor to step in the ring again.
The money that was on offer when he was going to fight, and he wanted Crawford to do it, or at least he seemed on board, was 200 million. 100 to him, 100 to Connor.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
that's the kind of money it would take, and that was on offer from Turkey.
Yeah.
2-fight deal.
So that fight can happen, and I think it can be successful economically, but you need the money up front first, because that fight is fucking huge. I'm not talking about a boxing match. I'm talking about as an event, as a show.
Yeah.
The fight will be big. And I really think that it ranked the Cody, and I think Anthony Joshua was enough.
No.
To step in the ring.
That's possible. But you also have to think that, because I thought about that too, that maybe in his mind he think AJ's that washed up. You know, maybe he thinks that he's that chinny that he could chin him, right? Maybe. But also, desperation is a factor. They had a lot riding on that Gervonta Davis fight, man. They had a lot riding on that shit.
Yeah, probably Netflix is pushing him, but yeah, if Netflix is involved in his decision making, they might be forcing him to take the Anthony Joshua kind of fight, because if we are talking having a real fight, it's Badu Jack. To me, that's the fight for him.
Yeah. That makes sense. That if you really want to fight for a title, and it's a title that you can win, you would fight Badu Jack. Yeah,
but Badu Jack is not enough opponent for Netflix. I don't think so.
No, of course not.
Something.
They would have to take that to DAZN, like the Chavez fight. They would have to take that to DAZN. Like, you could do it on DAZN.
Yeah, but
Netflix only wants the big ones.
Yeah, but if Turkey is involved, I don't know if Turkey fucks with Jake Paul.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that's gonna be a.
Here's the thing, Leo. Here's the thing. You do a Jack fight, it's gonna do Chavez numbers, bro, which is no numbers. Like, you get the fight for a title, but ain't nobody gonna buy that shit. I'm gonna buy that shit. Me and Country gonna buy that shit. And Ignacio gonna laugh at us for buying that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but if he wins, if he gets himself a world title, from now on, Daddy can ask the kind of money, because you can nitpick it. Of course, Badu Jack is all or whatever. That doesn't matter for him. That doesn't matter. In reality, it doesn't matter as a fact. He could become a world champion if he defeats him.
Yeah, but I question the legitimacy. Sometimes I don't know when he's trolling, because I don't actually think he gives a fuck about becoming a champion. You're with the money that you've made. You know why? With the money that you've made, who needs a world title? With the money that the point of becoming a champion is getting to the point where you can make big money, because now you're a champion. You've had the big fights and you fought the big names. Jake completely skipped that step, and he's not a moron. He has to know that.
Well,
Brody,
yeah, but
you don't
he's
need
also promoting too. So I mean, a belt would just be the trinket cherry on top. That's all.
I think that's just some shit to say, Country. That I want to be a champion. I think that's just some shit to say, because you got to the money. Who needs the title? If anything, the alphabets need you, because you got to the money. You got the Netflix. What the fuck you need with a title? Well, you want mandatories? You want them hitting you up every so often? You got to fight so and so. You got to set up to where you fight whoever the fuck you want. You get a big old bag when you do it, and you don't got to answer to nobody. You know.
Harris has a question for you. He wants to know if you think that Benny will fight Bivol or Betterbeef after this weekend.
No, absolutely not. And the more I look at him, the more the fight date approaches, the more convinced I am he will not stay at light heavyweight beyond this fight. I could be wrong, because I was wrong about Jake and Joshua. I was wrong. I admit that. I really didn't think that shit was going to happen. But you asking me, do I think he's going to fight those people, Brody? I never thought he was going to fight those people. Ever. You go back a year and a half. I never thought David was gonna fight them people. So, and that's where I'm at. I'll be back after these commercial messages.
Country, you forgot to mention that Jake doesn't have to cough up the fucking sanctioning fees either.
Well, yeah, that's I was about to say that there's a lot of the reason a lot of boxers don't like him is because he's figured out a way to avoid stuff like that. He's gotten to the bag without putting in all the work they have, so they're probably pissed off at him, man.
Wow.
No, but he has worked, but he hasn't worked. His success is not because of his boxing. His success is because of his an influencer, a social media person.
Yeah, he found a shortcut to get to where a lot of fighters are trying to get. That's all he did.
Right.
Because he sure as fuck didn't earn it.
Yeah, because he's a very famous guy that happens to take an interest in boxing.
We got a fucking whole league, a whole influencer boxing league out here now. On the strength of how he came in.
But the funny thing is, Herb, I'm wondering if that shit even makes money. Because nobody knows who the fuck those dudes are.
Influencers, right? I mean, they had a spot on the zone for a little minute.
No, but wait a minute. You're talking about Misfit?
It was like,
that Misfit shit.
Yeah,
but isn't that an UK British thing?
From what I saw, Leo, I thought it was all like these social media motherfuckers that just decided like they wanted to get into boxing.
But those guys are from Europe, mostly.
Yeah, the KSIs and them guys.
Yeah, those guys are from the US. Yeah, if those guys are from Europe, I don't think it makes sense that most people in America knows about them.
Oh, I tell you.
Hey, country, did you see that Pro Box is putting on a card Thanksgiving weekend with Jesse Magdaleno and Carlos Balderas?
No, but I'll watch it. I love Pro Box, man. They put on good
Jesse
fights.
Magdaleno.
Call me a shill, call me whatever. I don't care. Pro Box, man. I think it's a great platform.
It's boxing. Boxing is boxing.
That's right. Hey, they're the best things in life for free.
Yeah, this is probably Jake Paul signing some shit that maybe it shouldn't have been signed with Netflix. Like, yeah, you can have a fight with us, but it can be certain opponents. I don't think he was hoping for Gervonta Davis to fuck that shit.
I'm just honestly shocked that Joshua decided to participate in this fucking rodeo clown show.
No, I honestly, I'm not shocked at all because low-key, he already did that shit.
Yeah, maybe he feels like playing.
Look, Ngannou wasn't an influencer, but he wasn't a boxer either.
No, but what's it called? He was more of a believable, fighter than Jake Paul is in a lot of ways. But like I just didn't honestly expect him to really say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fight this dude." Like, and then what I'm just afraid of is that he doesn't go, full throttle. That's the only thing I'm worried about. It's like, would he really risk tarnishing his reputation for this fucking bag?
Right? Because if he looks like shit, we're gonna be through with him.
Yeah.
Look, I understand that it's a legitimate concern, but look, Anthony Joshua has been getting shed on for most of his career, and he's actually one of the most accomplished fighters. So at this point, I don't think he cares about that. Now, does he want to lose against Jake Paul? I don't think so. But
yeah, but the only thing is, Leo, like, are we guaranteed that he's gonna be allowed to like really fight this dude? Like, that's what I'm afraid of, is that Netflix agreed to this shit and they're gonna be like, well, you're not gonna be allowed to really beat the fuck out of this guy. You know?
Well, you didn't have to beat the fuck out of him though. One punch and they'll blast him into the next stratosphere. I mean,
But what I'm worried about though, country, is he going to be pulling his punches though?
No,
That's the only thing.
Honestly, you're telling that shit to the wrong guy, because I don't really adhere to the theory that those fights were work, because that's what you're trying to say. That Jake Paul raises fights, that's why he's winning all those.
No. I'm talking about just this one, Leo. Like the Chavez one, we all knew Chavez was washed. There was a reason he picked him. We weren't fucking expecting Chavez. Chavez literally had 2 chances, slim and none. Like, let's be real. Like, no one was expecting him to win that fight.
No, but for example, in the case of Tyson, I do think that they made an agreement to making a sparring session for the sake of both of them. I'm not talking about just Jake Paul.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense, Leo, because because if he would have done something to Mike, he'd have pissed so many people off. You know what I mean? Because Mike is old.
Yeah, and look, I know that Tyson is very famous. He's an old hammer and it's very loved for the people, but I don't really know about his finances. So, low-key, maybe, just maybe, Jake Paul was doing him a favor with this shit.
His finances are a lot better now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see. To me, Joshua doesn't strike me as a Floyd Mayweather, a motherfucker who doesn't know what's going on with his money. You know, like I don't see this dude buying a bunch of cars, buying a bunch of chains, doing stupid shit with his money. I have a feeling that he's preserved a lot of his wealth.
Tyson or Paul?
Oh no, I'm talking about Joshua, because I thought you guys were saying Joshua.
Oh yeah. No, Josh, you're right about that, though. You are right about that. Like, and he's not just a prize fighter, is the thing. He's got a stake in DAZN as a platform. People tend to forget that was part of the deal in 2022. He's got a stake in the fucking platform. That dude is set. Yeah, he don't. Him. That did it's so weird in America that people don't realize how paid that dude is. Like that dude don't. These last 3 years of boxing matches that he didn't have to do none of that. He could have retired a while ago. He want to fight, you know. That's
that guy's laughing all the way to the bank. Meanwhile, Deontay Wilder's having a fight in fucking Topeka or Wichita, Kansas.
Well, and that was, but
the
weirdest thing about the whole thing is that was always the case, that dude was making money, big money, 13, 14 fights into his pro career. He was already pay-per-view in his country, but because, Americans think that, this is the center of the universe, and unless it happens in America, they money green over there, homie. Like, I don't know what the fuck you think going on. The pound is worth more than the dollar, but I don't think most Americans know that. UK pound is worth more than the dollar. I don't know why would you think that they money ain't good over there? I don't understand. You see the average UK fight. Look at the one this weekend, Ignacio. It was a fucking stadium full of people.
Oh, yeah.
Money green. They money green over there, dog. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I know. It was kind of funny because, like, people were trying to bash it, saying, oh, they had to give tickets away. Okay, but they still sold, like, 40-something thousand or 50,000 tickets.
That's
exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For a boxing match. And it ain't even a belt on the line.
Nope.
They just did that off the strength of their daddy names.
Pretty much, yeah.
50 went over there, made a couple of.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. That was important.
No. They got money because it is what Herb said. They got money. They got 50 to walk him out. What you think? 50 just gonna do that for a couple thou? You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all think going on?
Yeah, I was about to say 50 ain't doing shit unless you're putting 7 zeros behind that first number.
That dude got TV money. What you think? He just renting out his likeness for a few thou on the strength?
Yeah.
No, but coming back to Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, look, I think that the reasoning process, the thought process is more or less this. Jake Paul has in his mind a list of possible fighters that he can fight with the right amount of angling. If you're talking about Anthony Joshua, yeah, Anthony Joshua is very fucking dangerous. But if you're talking about the guy that's had one of the worst shows, like maybe in the last 5 years, because Anthony Joshua was really favored to beat Daniel Dubois, and he got fucking washed. That he was never in the fight. So maybe this guy is thinking, look, maybe if I'm lucky in a Russian and connecting my super duper overhand right, I'm gonna get them out of
it. He might look, it makes sense. He's coming off a loss, hasn't fought in a year. You know, it could be that Jake drunk his own Kool-Aid, but I'm of the opinion that Jake is actually a lot smarter than people give him credit for. I'm of the opinion he's smarter than people give him credit for, and I believe this is I would sooner think that this is Jake cashing out. There's not a lot out there for you to do, bro. Really, you ran out of MMA fighters. You ran out of those. The only thing I could think of that he could do that would be major on a major scale is fight Andrew Tate. That would do numbers among young people, not boxing fans, obviously, but among young people, social media people. The problem with that is even that's off the table because he went with Misfits. He's the CEO of Misfits. So there's not a lot for Jake to do outside of real boxing, Leo. And the problem with real boxing is, Brody, look at the money you've been making doing the stuff you've been doing, right? You've been making all this money without a title. You make more than Badu Jack. You make more than Jayo Pataya. So why would you fight them? You don't need the point. People tend to forget that the point of this process that these fighters undergo to fight for a world title is to get at the bag. Notice that the fighters that already get to the bag without the title, they don't want one. Like Ryan. Remember? I don't need a title. I don't need a title. Javante thought he was king. You know, he on pay-per-view with a Reggie belt. I don't need to fight Loma. I don't need to fight nobody. I'm on pay-per-view. So when I look at Jake talking that title shit, I often wonder, is you just saying that shit because it sounds good? Because you don't actually need to fight for a title. You already get in the bag. You've been getting the bag. It's just, you know, you got to sell it. Yeah, I want to be a champion. And I want to, bro, the whole point of being a champion is to start making serious money. But because you came into the game with a fan base, you know it's not like that for the fighters. The fighter got to build the fan base as he's fighting for titles to eventually make big money. Jake was already making big money out the gate. You don't need a title? Yeah, let me go fight Badu Jack, who might beat me for his raggedy ass WBC. WBC need Jake more than Jake need them.
And like I was saying, Jules, he don't got to worry about giving away percentages for sanctioning fees either.
Right? He don't got to worry about mandatories. Yeah, yo, you got to fight Yugoslavia in 30 days. You got to fight Yugoslavia or we going to take your belt. Oh, no. Don't take my belt. Please. Come on, B. That's why I don't know that Jake really want to fight for a title. I think he says that because he's expected to say that, and because a part of the grift. Well, let's call it a grift. A part of it is he wants me and you to think that he gives a fuck what we think. That he wants me and you to think he wants us to view him as being legit. When, bro, that dude been counting M's for like 5 years now, bro. That money legit. He ain't worried. That money is legit enough. You think he worried about? Oh, so and so don't like me. Boo hoo hoo. Let me cry into these millions of dollars I made. That dude is smart, bro. That dude's smart.
I want to see AJ beat the cocaine residue out of Philly bet. You know, shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. These guys ain't getting no young and shit. They got all this other shit going on. You know, so who's to say we're gonna see that happen?
I think we will because Fury has been posting training videos, and he wouldn't be doing that for no reason. He been posting road work video. I seen. He posted a mitt video with his daddy. You know.
Yeah, remember Herb? He don't look like a fat slob like he did for the first Wilder fight.
Yeah.
Do you think he actually has a shot at even getting to AJ because AJ's in the twilight, or do you think AJ will just
No, I
still
mean,
fight?
I have every confidence that fight will happen, so long as obviously depending on what happens with Jake and Joshua, but I have every confidence that that's a fight that Turkey still wants to pay for because it's still a whale. Always use the money as the North Star country. The money tells you it will happen because a lot of people still want to see that. A lot of people. Remember, motherfuckers thought Conan Brook was dead. They thought, remember when they put that shit together?
Yep,
Motherfuckers was talking shit. This shit, they passed it. But when they made it, they did numbers out there. It don't gotta be about America. They did numbers out there, dog. They money green over there. Americans don't gotta like it. Americans didn't like this weekend's fight, but they still had a stadium worth of motherfuckers in there. Stadium worth. 50 Cent still walked out Chris Eubank.
I think this is right because, look, we already know who's the best. That's Usyk. But if you are from the UK, that's not going to be enough for you. Like, you want to know that, look, we have Tyson Fury, we have Anthony Joshua, make those guys fight, and we can say, this is the best guy in the UK. But this is the best guy in the UK. But we already know who's the best heavyweight in the world. It's Usyk. That's cool. But we still want to know who can be the other guy. That's it.
Yeah. That's still a big fight. Was it Ryan? It was either Ryan McCray or Nigel, one of them, that said it, that they're big on tribes. They're big on the clique out there. You see what I mean? And yeah, it's okay. You lost to Usyk. I lost to Usyk. My dick's still bigger than yours, homie. Okay? My dick is My dick's still bigger than yours, homie. Okay? Like he beat me, he beat you, but I beat you. You see? And that's good. You could sell that. America don't have that anymore. You know what that rivalry. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Harlem and Brooklyn. You know, East Coast and West Coast. Yeah, you don't have that element anymore because the fighters out here don't want to be fighters. They all want to be entrepreneurs, realtors, rappers, like, man, get the fuck out of here. That ain't why people watch this shit.
They forgot that
American boxer want to be anything but a boxer, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say they forgot the reason we watch them is to punch each other in the face.
For real. Motherfuckers want to be anything but a boxer, and that's why it's not interesting. That's why Brian is such a breath of fresh air. Y'all asking me about his outfit. Homeboy, what am I supposed to say about that? What I'm supposed to say about how he dressed? He a man. I don't know. You know? Fuck I'm supposed to say about that?
It's because he ain't got those fucking Super Mario boots like Devin does, Joel.
So yeah, you know, like that's still a highly marketable fight, and you don't need America to care about it. Like, you honestly, like, we're at that point. If the American market were really the backbone of boxing, which it's not, if it were, they wouldn't be doing so well over there. You get two guys from over there to fight over there, America won't care, but they'll still make money. Oh yeah, they'll make money.
People in the chat are saying Ellerby is working at Holy Moly's Donuts at Square Circle.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
That'd be funny if he was.
That'd be fucked up.
Look, I'm just gonna say for the anecdote, for the record, that in America it's about the courage. You can say the strength of character, but at the same time, you could also say that it's about they got smarter. Like, do you remember the fight between Julio Cesar Chavez and Taylor?
Yeah, Meldrick Taylor.
Yeah, that was a great fight. If you were Chavez, if you were Taylor, that's a shitty ass fight. Because not only you fucking lost, you got washed. Like, yeah, that shit is hard to watch. Watching you after the fight. So these guys, especially these American guys, they see that shit. I'm not gonna end up like a fucking murder trailer. No, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm gonna make big money. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do, and I'm gonna run out because I don't care to be that kind of guy. I don't care. Getting my respect with that, and nobody can. No, everyone can be Terrence Crawford. I'm sorry, Terrence Crawford is special.
I wouldn't say they got smarter, Leo. I would say they got intimidated. Because the thing is, to say that they got smarter would be like saying that they found a way around the system to make money when not really. Peter Quillen avoided all the risks of fighting Triple G, right? He avoided those risks. Like, nah, I'm not fighting him. But you still got washed.
Anyway.
So what? You still got washed anyway. You feel me? Chris Eubank Jr., right? Check him out. Well, no, he doesn't count because he's not American. No, I won't count him. Look at the Charlo brothers. Look at the Charlo brothers. Y'all both washed. You never made it to the point either. Well, I guess you could say Mel did, right? But Maul didn't, and he's an unbeaten fighter. And you are washed. Like, you washed. You never even had a super fight. Your brother did, but he got washed in the super. You see what I mean?
But he fought like a chump. Yeah.
I guess the point that I'm making is to suggest that they got smarter, is to suggest that they found a better way when I don't think they did, because a lot of these guys, no, they're still washed and they're still getting washed, but they're not making the money that comes with the risks. You know, they're not really. How many of you guys were actually in a super fight? A super fight? Like, no, a lot of you haven't. Andre was never in a super fight. What?
No, but I understand what you're saying, but I'm not really talking about the money. I'm talking about, dude, if you're not making like $3, $4, $5 million, that's cool. What these guys are really afraid is getting Jin Sasaki. That's where they're afraid, really, because that shit happens sometimes.
I'll say this much, Leo. I think you feel about these dudes that way right now, but let's see what these guys look like when they're gone from the sport. Because remember, there's still a lot of stories out there about guys who walk away with so-called money, but then within 5 to 10 years, they're flat broke, and it's a sad story. So we'll see how many of these guys walk away eventually from the sport, and then we don't see them come back.
More like you have to gauge how smart they've become versus the difference in the outcomes. And if the outcomes are the same as they were, where now you still ended up broke and you still ended up getting washed, you didn't get smart. No, because being smart is suggesting that you found a better way. No, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, that you were able to avoid that.
You know, like Javante, for example, some people would have looked at him. Oh, he found a way. He's smart. No, he's still going to end up broke. Yeah, he's still going to happen. So you didn't look. Let me tell you how smart he is. He's punch drunk. He ain't even really been in a fight, and he's punch drunk already. You hear him? That dude could barely get out a sentence. You know, he's punch drunk. I would say that it's not that they got smarter, honestly. I really believe that as a population, this country was inherited by the meek, because they don't want to do anything that's hard. Don't you see that? They don't want to do anything that's difficult. Other things that other fighters do that are run of the mill, that are industry standard, the Americans don't want to do any of that. They never want to travel, even when it's for good money. They never want to travel. And if anybody's halfway, oh, no, you got to pay me a fuck ton of money. Yeah, it's not going to work. Now look at other fighters and their demeanor towards their job, and it's principle for them. Like, no, because I'm not a bitch. Like, this is my job. I chose this. I'm not a bitch. And that's where I see they're different. That honestly, it's just a lot of bitch assness in America right now. That's what it really is. It's just a lot of bitch assness. They didn't get smarter. They got scared, is what I see. They got terrified.
I think they're more risk adverse. That's because motherfuckers are still getting CTE in the NFL and all that kind of shit. So yeah, and they're motherfuckers. They're still trying to get into MMA and the UFC to get their scores patching. So yeah, but coming back to the shit of boxing again, you are talking about the money. I understand that money is very fucking important, but there is a reason why these guys they box a couple of years, maybe they win a world title or two, and they start thinking about other things.
My dude,
Because
look at Jared Anderson. He has one fight with Charles Martin. I'm only 23. Like he ain't even made no money yet. He ain't made no. He's standing in front. Like you got in front of Roy and started crying. What
Yeah.
I see is, yo, what changed? They're scared. That's it's fear. It's just fear. It's not intelligence. Intelligence is measured by finding a better way to do things to get the same or a better outcome. Yeah, that's not happening. Y'all motherfuckers still getting y'all ass beat. Y'all just being scary about it. That's all. That's what changed. You don't respect yourselves.
I don't think intelligence is about always being right. But I understand what you say. But
You know.
let's say, for example, the case of Jared Anderson. Look, if I'm Jared Anderson and watching that replay of the fucking Bocole fight, and I see how my fucking head spin made a 360 after that fucking uppercut that he got, I will say that maybe this boxing shit is not for me. Because that shit was crazy.
That shit
to
was
see.
crazy. That shit was crazy. But
when
boxing,
fucking-
the shit
look,
is
look.
the shit is that boxing is a poor man's sport for a reason, though. It's a poor man's sport for a reason. So when you have a generation of young men that they don't actually have it as hard as they think they do. You know what I mean? These guys don't have it as hard as Joe Frazier. That dude used to have to run miles to go to the gym to train. You don't have it that hard, Jared Anderson. No, you don't.
Okay, I'm gonna say the obvious. I'm not trying to offend anyone here on the panel, but if you're talking in the United States of America, you are not poor. You haven't been poor. There are poor people, yeah, of course, but you're not poor like fucking Mexico. That the inequality is crazy. You're not poor like fucking Philippines. You're not
So
poor
look
like,
at that's what I'm saying. That you got a lot of guys out here that they really think they know poverty because they don't have as much packs of salami as the neighbor guy. You shit like, oh, because my clothes ain't named brand, homie. At least you fucking have clothes. Do you understand that there are people out there they don't got that? There's people out there they got to walk a mile to the well to get the water, and then they got to bring the water back. And that's if they're lucky enough to live somewhere where there is water. That's what makes boxing a poor man's sport. So when you go back in that time machine and you go back to the times where we were producing some of the greatest fighters in the world, there is a direct correlation between the poverty and the drive. Like, yeah, boxing is what you got. You're not a singer. You're not a dancer. You're not a mathematician. You a fighter. You don't have and you don't have a choice. This is what you're good at.
Jules Rocky made that line famous. I asked him, "Why do you fight?" And he said, "Because I can't dance or sing."
Yes.
Let me tell you something about life, Ignatius.
no, but,
It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
no, but coming back to my point, like, look, to this day, the United States of America is still the biggest economy in the world. When you have a really big economy, you can make money in the stupidest ways you can imagine. Because,
yes,
look, Chile is a relatively big economy for its size. Not everyone can aspire to be a fucking rapper or aspire to be a fucking streamer because there is not that much money. We have rappers, we have streamers, but not everyone can go this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do. No, I have to work. I have to go to college. I have to go and work in construction. I have to do those kinds of shit because there is not so much money. But the United States, yeah, I understand why people want to be rappers and influencers because there's so much money in the system. that if you do it right, you can make a living.
It's a decadent society that doesn't even realize how decadent it is. Like, bro, motherfucker. Look, yes, there are people in America who are poorer than some other people, but there are people in the world who are super duper 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 ooper dirt poor. And
Yep.
Americans don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. No, most Americans have never seen third world poverty. Never. And they never will.
Sally Struthers, the little boy with a fly in his eye. Won't you please? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, we live in so much overabundance that most of our people here don't even realize how good we actually have it, and that's why there's so many people that are from other countries that want to come here, because I mean they don't have even half of what we have here. A lot of them.
Americans are basically telling themselves, if I can't afford a second tub of popcorn, I'm in poverty. That's basically what they do. If I can't get 2 buckets of chicken, I'm poor. This shit is crazy, bro. Like,
That's
nah,
just
man.
laughable.
No,
Like, it is.
if we're gonna be fair, look, that shit that face that you had, I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Look, that, for example, here in Chile, we don't say that shit. Like, if you broke a leg here, you're gonna be fine. If you break a leg in the United States of America, you might be done. You might never, you might be never recover from just a trip with the ambulance to the hospital. Maybe that's it. It's alright. You're gonna keep paying that shit for 20 years, maybe.
It's like a
They
fucking
charge
mortgage.
you it's ambulance ride is anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. They'll fuck you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a
And
fucking mortgage, bro.
You need a
Hey.
surgery. God forbid you got something worse like a tumor or cancer. You might be over. Here in Chile, no, it's not that serious. It's serious, but the States is gonna help you a lot. But yeah, the United States, you have this kind of struggles, but you cannot say that the United States of America you cannot make money. It's like the economy in the United States
Here,
is too big.
they're just Leo. They're just spoiled. They're a generation of man children who want to stay children. I mean, that's really what they want to stay children, taken care of, and they don't know the scariness of not having the answers. And it's like, this is when adulthood happens, when you realize it's all on you. Yeah, the way the rent is going to get paid, the light, the way you're going to eat, it's all on you. It always was. But they don't, I think this generation of men don't really realize that until much, 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 much later on. Some of us, like me, have known that since we were 16, because our grandmothers would tell us, or our parents would tell us. But this generation of young men, don't you see, they're like little boys. They're like little kids in adult bodies.
Well, what doesn't help, Jules, is that a lot of these fucking youngsters, they don't have like legitimate paths to get jobs where they could eventually be independent financially and self-sufficient. And that's why a lot of these dudes, when they get out of college, you're seeing these statistics where they can't find jobs and they're literally having to move back home because they cannot afford to live on their own.
No, but
let me add something to that,
also, no, let me add this. The scholastic system pulled the ultimate swindle on a lot of us. They convinced us that unless you go to college, you can't make money, which, no, that's not true, okay? And if you went to college and came out of it with a fucking liberal arts degree or some sort of shitty degree, I'm an art major. Well, that's fucking great. What job are you gonna have?
Yeah.
Well, you majored in I don't know, in Peruvian
In watercolors.
in Peruvian watercolor art, and you're the regional manager at Express.
See, but the problem is too is a lot of these kids, they're coming out of college and they expect the big money right off the bat, and the concept of getting your start somewhere, earning your bones, and making a name for yourself and putting in the work is just not there. And they just expect to get like this, these big paying jobs, and then they don't get them and then they're bitching about it, and they don't want to do the jobs that'll get them there, and they don't want to put the time in.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I think it's because they one that is not even a thing to them. I think that the reason that a lot of these kids are going into college and coming out and are struggling to get jobs is because you studied impractical shit that does not actually service a need in society. Literally, like, yeah, you got all sorts of bullshit degrees. You can go to college and stuff. Yeah. But when you get out, who needs that shit? You know what's going to happen? You're going to be the shift supervisor at H&M. You and your liberal arts degree. Because there's no shortage of people with liberal arts degree. Well, there's no demand for that degree in the actual marketplace. There isn't. You study these niche areas and niche subjects that don't represent the greater majority, so that when you're exposed to it, there's no use for you, dog. You would have been better off studying fucking air conditioners than that shit.
I think that's look. Let me go for a moment. I don't know if I made this shit up or I heard it somewhere else, but that shit that people used to say about the kids.
Read that, Leo.
I major in lesbian art theory and I make $200K a
year. That's hilarious.
That's fucking comedy.
Lesbian art theory.
No, but like, look, do you know about the ocean, the sea, Julius?
I've heard of it. I have seen it. I swam in it.
Okay. Look, if I show you a bucket of sand and I've told you this is the ocean, that is all of this to it, or a bucket of salt water, or a bucket of kelp, that is what I see in the internet. That is what I see in the media. Everyone comes trying to show me the ocean with the respective buckets. They're trying to tell me what the ocean is all about. What's the sea? Most of the motherfuckers don't put a foot in the fucking beach. None of them. But they try to go to the beach and show you their buckets. So when I see these guys, no, these kids are. First of all, every fucking generation says the same shit about the next one. That are a bunch of bitches. Like everyone. Every fucking generation.
That's true.
So, look, coming back to the shit about these kids and these college degrees, I understand the sentiment because most of our parents, they want us to get a college degree because nobody wants to. They understand that you can make money as a blue collar worker, but that shit is hard and it's taxing. So they prefer that, you're going to go to college and you're going to sit on a desk without an area, without a dislocated disc, without the jaws being fucked up, and you're going to make money. Okay? And they go to college and they say to them, no, you're gonna have a job and you're gonna have a 6-figure job studying that shit, and that doesn't happen. They study 5, 6, 7 years. And that doesn't, I understand why some of those people are disappointed. And these 8 major degrees and all that shit, I understand that those people exist. I don't think there's that many of them to make it a problem.
I disagree. For example, there's lots of people that are finishing college right now, but you keep hearing the same thing, that they're not finding employment or that they're not working in their desired field. Well, your desired field is a niche. You study bullshit. That's what's going on.
That's what I'm telling you. That was I was referring. That's a bucket. Those content creators are showing their pockets.
Leo, but the pockets are getting bigger, though.
It's not even that. No, Leo. No, wait, Leo. Understand, where you're calling it a pocket, don't forget the gargantuan size of this country. A pocket here is a big fucking pocket. A pocket that's a big fucking pocket. There are universities in every fucking state in the union, all right? And they got all kinds of kids coming out of it with bullshit degrees that you can't use for anything. It is what you said. Nobody wants to study something practical and just make practical money. But that's why it's called selling the dream. They're selling you this idea. Yeah, study this fucking bullshit and you'll do whatever. No, you won't. No, you won't. You will be the regional manager at H&M if you're lucky. If you're lucky. That's if you're lucky.
You will be the shift supervisor at McDonald's.
Bam. You know what I'm saying? You
No,
will be the department head at Gristedes, bro.
No. But look, you can show me 5, 6, 7. You can form me a fucking truck full of sand, and you're not gonna convince me that that's the ocean.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying that's the ocean, Leo, but we're addressing that particular problem because there is another problem.
It is a problem.
That is that particular problem. But the other problem that this generation has is they don't realize how easy they have it. And you can say that every generation that precedes another says the same thing. That doesn't invalidate that they were right. My parents had it harder than I did, but their parents did have it harder than them. And if we go all the way back to it's true. It's still true. Just because everybody says it doesn't invalidate it. They're like, yeah, my mother had it harder than I did, and her mother had it harder than her. But it's getting worse, is the thing. That's what's being addressed. It's getting worse. This generation is so much less inspired by shit, and they just seem to gravitate towards bullshit. Now they don't even want to do anything. I mean, at least before they aspired to things. Now, what do they aspire to do, dog?
Social media influencer.
I guess. Shit.
That's what a lot of these fucking kids want to do, Jules, because they see people doing it and making money and not have to answer to a boss, not have to punch a time clock. So they think, oh, well, if that person can do it, then I can fucking do it.
Pretty much. This is the generation of people that want to be famous for doing absolutely
exactly.
nothing.
Yep. And we can blame reality TV and all these social media platforms for that.
And all these bitches. On that note, gentlemen, I'm going to sleep. Get a fucking job. Fucks.
I have one. Peace out, asshole.